So yeah, you've basically just doubled your bitrate.
God, dude. Dude, I'm fucking pogging,
Like,
dude.
it's not gonna visually be as smooth, but most people don't notice anything above 30, honestly. So, especially when it comes to videos.
Chat, tell me, have you noticed a difference? You can be honest. If you say no, I won't get mad.
I'm looking at the snow and the particles on the star and noticing the most difference there.
Oh my god, you're right. What the fuck?
Oh, don't bite me, sir. Why? Ow.
Eyes can't see about 24 FPS. That's not true, Skybirds. I see in like...
I mean, it depends on the person.
Yeah, it depends on the person, but eyes can see in like... I think it's like close to 400 frames per second, like the human eye.
Yeah, it's just the brain not calculating it depending on the person.
Yeah. That's what like you see... Oh, it's a joke. Never mind, Skybird. Never mind.
Yeah.
Hold on.
24, I believe, is a
24 what?
24, I believe, is standard animation frames, typically.
Yeah, and movie frames. Movies are 24 too. 24 as well.
Depending on the movie.
That's true. Some, you know, people like doing... 24 is standard for movies.
This was filmed at 120. Like, why?
We spent $1 billion filming this film in 300 frames per second!
Okay, James Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so generally that's just kind of the thing. So now you've basically quadrupled your stream. No, wait, because you were at 2,000 frames, weren't you? You were at 2,000 bitrate originally?
3,060 frames per second. So yeah, I quadrupled it.
Once, and then we doubled again. Yeah, you quadrupled your stream quality. And no more chroma
Wow. Key. And no more chroma key. Dude, what other wisdom do you have to blow all over my tits? I made that joke already. Blow all over my ass.
What bot do you use? Do you use a bot?
Adami? Adami 2.
Okay, so have you heard about Mix It Up?
No.
So Mix It Up is a really cool bot that has the ability to read Streamloops card redeems.
Oh, like a stream bot.
Yeah, streaming bot. So it can read Streamloops card redeems when the alert gets triggered on in your overlays, and you can make it do things based on the cards, which is how like I have my overlay changing with my Streamloops stuff. How I have like my little avatar in the corner change. That's all automated, based on Streamloops redeems.
You're blowing my mind right now. Okay, so Mix It Up is a bot on Twitch.
And that works with VTube Studio as well. So if it detects VTube Studio, you can actually integrate it directly, and you could have it turn on accessories, you could have it turn off accessories, all of that, and you can do it through Streamloops redeems.
Wow. This feels like it's going to take a long time to set up.
Installing it's pretty quick, but actually doing the little things would take time, yes.
Okay. I'm going to pin this tab. I'm going to favorite it. I'm going to do this when I'm not on stream, or maybe another stream where we can...
time-consuming one, but it's definitely worth it.
We can make this a weekly collab. Technical stream things with Cameron and Lori.
I am off on Mondays and Thursdays.
That's good. I'm on for Mondays and Thursdays.
Yep. Those are my 2 days off because I have to force myself to take days off.
Same. I feel that. Thank you for coming on the stream for your day off. Oh my god, can we get another shout out for Cameron?
Will it be spelled right?
Only if you spell it right, Skybird. Who are we getting off? Shut up, outdated.
But yeah. I love that it's just... I always love I love reading that shout out right now, just because playing pain, like, yep.
Yep, playing pain. Playing pain.
Thank you, Mr. Outdated, for the follow.
There you go.
There's a cat camera on my stream. Just gonna bait you all over with that. Thank you, Skybird. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, that is the only things I can think of right now. So.
Dope. Yeah. Hold on, I just found some really good porn. I gotta send it to a friend. Okay. I mean, there's stream avatars. I was just gonna watch a bunch of tutorials, but if you want to help me with that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Stream avatars is a mess, but it works usually. It tends to freeze.
Okay.
But only when you've been running it for a while.
Okay. Maybe that's why. I have a friend Cotton, and I think she only does it while she's just chatting. Maybe that's the reason.
I've been trying to get them to add the ability for mods to reconnect it, because the program doesn't freeze, but it stops processing information correctly.
Interesting.
And I've been trying to get the devs to add in the ability to just what if my mods do ! Reload? Could it reload the app? That would be great. Because you can do the battle royale stuff and have everybody fight on the screen. But
oh, that's awesome.
Sometimes it'll just stop taking down their health. They'll just hit 0 and nothing will happen, and then there's just
endless fighting.
Just an infinite fight. Yeah.
Valhalla
violence.
Valhalla mode, just forever.
Pretty much.
Okay. So I'm just gonna overlay tutorial. Paste this URL into your what? Wait, what?
How to use stream avatars with OBS.
Okay, we're just gonna, can we do this? Can we do this? It worked. Although, wait, shit, I have to fix the fucking camera, don't I? Because this is still the green screen, isn't it?
Yep. I feel so big.
You are massive right now, my dude. You are so massive. Okay, where's my camera? Where is it?
I feel so you're moving your camera around for each scene? But it's the same general camera each time, right? That you're accessing?
Yeah, it's a virtual camera on VC Face.
Okay. But it's moving you to a new location. Are you changing a setting in VC Face, or are you just using that same camera and then moving it around in a different scene in OBS?
Oh yeah, I'm just moving it around in OBS.
Okay, you want to make your life 1,000 times easier and only have to update one at a time ever?
What?
Create a new scene.
Okay.
And name it something I usually do. I have separate scenes for this stuff, but name it X VTuber or X whatever, X camera, X whatever. Just something to offset it from your regular scenes that you go to.
Okay.
And then in this scene, put your game capture for your new camera and put it dead center where it's showing the max you would ever want it to show. Size wise, you would probably you're probably just going to do your straight up capture of your VC Face or VTube Studio or whatever it's running through directly. So fit that and get it max screen. Okay, so now you've got this. Now go back to your other scene. Yeah, you're going to bring in. You're going to go into your regular scene, and then as a source, you're going to add that scene we just made as your camera.
Okay. Honest question: how is that different than just the other camera?
So, instead of your system running, say you have 5 different locations for that camera, it's running 5 different instances of trying to capture that camera. If you have it in the scene and you're adding the scene, it's running it one time. It will never have to move it. It will never have to toggle one off, toggle one on.
Wow.
Will save your system. It'll make it run smoother. And you will never have to move or change. If you change it for one, it will change it for all of them. Because it's all the same camera.
What do you mean if I change it?
So, just like what you're dealing with.
Wait, hold on one second. Public use human toilet. Thank you so much for following. Welcome to the import. Public use human toilet. What are you doing later? Just out of curiosity, what are you doing after the stream? Just out of curiosity, public use human toilet. Just what do you What are you doing? Oh, you come here often? You should. What that lid do, though? What's up, Lieutenant Icefox and Opera? Where are these new fucking people coming from? Anyway, sorry for interrupting you.
No, it's...
So you're saying that I'm...
Basically, like, the issue you're having with you having to replace the webcam in each scene now, which also you've got, it didn't save your cropping, which is weird.
No, because that's not it. This is the game capture.
Yeah, but you can yeah, because this is your new one. So basically, what's going to happen now is any changes you need to do to the webcam, say you're changing...
Like the cropping?
If you ever change the cropping, you don't have to do it per thing anymore. You'll just do it in that one scene, and it will adjust it for all of them.
This is
so
insane.
if it's a adjustment, cleaning things, these are what's referred to as nested scenes. But basically, you'll put that scene in for your webcam instead of the game capture, because that game capture is in that scene. So basically, just delete your current game capture you're using, add in a source, which will be that webcam scene we just made.
Dope. Lieutenant Ice Fox, thank you. Ice Foz, thank you so much for following. Welcome to the import. Hope you see it. Okay, so VC face game capture, kill. Add
Moida.
a scene, right?
Yeah, you're gonna add a scene, and then it's gonna be that scene you just had done.
X VTuber is the scene.
And then you put that back in the layer you want it on.
Interesting. Okay, hold on.
But yeah, now you'll be able to add this scene on everything. I have all of my overlays in one scene, and then I just drag and drop the overlay onto a new scene rather than having to move everything. I think source-wise, I have probably over 500 sources in my OBS. But my main scene just has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Has 7. I've got a background layer, a game scene, my ending scene, my beer back. All of my scenes are actually sources because of me cheating methods. It'll be rendering a lot less. Yeah. Like me running that many scenes, my CPU is only at 13%. I've got OBS open right now, and it's doing fine because it's only running one instance of each thing with 300 plus scenes.
Chatting. Among Us butt is right there. Interesting.
I feel like this might help you right now. Do you know about studio mode?
Yes, I know about studio mode.
Okay, yeah, you could do this all in studio mode, and it would actually, without changing your scene over, you could adjust that scene. And it would be adjusting it in your main scene because it's reading that other scene.
Thank you, Mr. Outdated.
I hate that hot dog so much.
I wish we could just add more reactions. I'm already sick of all of them.
You can.
Oh!
Or you could, unless they removed it.
I need more animations then.
We used to be able to upload our own, but I turned all mine off because I got tired of them adding reactions without telling anybody they were adding reactions.
Oh.
Well, because like my partner's a PG streamer, okay?
Oh.
They use Streamloops, then they added that twerking hot dog out of nowhere, and it's like, you can't just do that. Like, you can't just add that to everybody's by default on. Is not okay.
I'm trying to think. Game capture. No, I really only game in general game. Yes, that doesn't matter. I could just have the sources in general game there. Okay, no, never mind. All right.
My cats are a nuisance today. Be right back.
No problem.
So he threw a ball of compressed catnip behind the broom and then knocked over the broom trying to get it.
What is compressed catnip?
Bunch of catnip put into a press and pushed into a giant ball.
What the
That is just a giant mass of catnip. It is exactly what it sounds like.
Interesting.
Is morning supposed to be spelled wrong on that one scene, just out of curiosity?
Nope, I just wrote that in 2 seconds. Good morn. Oh, it's missing an N. I was close. I was close!
How long has that been that way?
Just this morning.
Okay. But yeah, so that adding that scene will basically reduce a lot of the load.
I'm trusting you
and
here.
I do recommend doing it with your overlay framework that you've got on your scenes, eventually putting all those in one.
Oh, holy shit. Okay. Yeah.
And then you, instead of having to line that up in every single scene, you can just drop it down and you're good.
Well, yeah, I have it as a group.
Mhm.
So that's what I did. I have it as a group, so I just copy pasted it, but
Yeah, but if you put that group in a scene and you just have
yeah,
the one
if
scene.
you're right, this should beautify my processing power. I might be able to stream High on Life with an actual model.
See, this is why I play most games on console too, is it just reduces the load from my PC even more.
I should buy more games for my
Especially
PS5
with all the
TBH.
visual effects I do with Streamloots, it would just destroy my system sometimes. Like, I tried playing Deathloop a while back. PC was very unhappy about Deathloop.
Deathloop, I was fine with streaming, right? That was a while ago, a year ago? Yeah, that was with my, second...
When it first released, it had a lot of memory leaks depending on what graphics card you had, so...
Oh yeah, and there's the Among Us bot. Okay. This is crazy.
But yeah, so now, and then if you do set up Streamloots cards to affect your model, you only have to affect it on that one. So if you have filters that it's turning on and off on the model, or things like that, it's clean. It's just the one frame, and it's only adjusting it to one scene. You only have to code the one to change.
Okay, yeah, that is useful. Okay. I'm trying to think, you know what, let me go on just chatting and look at all of my things and see which ones are everywhere that I could put over. So like, oh my god, alerts too, right?
Yep, all your alerts, all of it can all be in the same layer. Like,
alert layer. I'm gonna make the scene now. I don't think I'm gonna do it now. If I didn't have enough to do this month, here we go.
It's one of those, I spent probably a week really organizing all of my overlays when I learned about nested scenes, but as soon as I got it, it was just like, this is going to take a while, but the amount of time I'm going to save is, in the future, it's worth every second of it.
I could have a little lorry scene, too, where I add all the little lorries. Holy shit. Holy shit. Or actually, could that be condensed in the alert screen?
How often do you turn on and off things visually?
Okay, so I have these little lorries. It's gonna pop up on screen for a second.
Well, I just mean like clicking those eyeballs. How often do you click the little eyeballs to turn on things?
Kinda often.
You're doing it with that. Okay, right now, that source itself, right click on it. You'll like this.
Right clicking?
Yep. And do show transition. And do slide. And then tell it a direction. Tell it up, I guess, because you're doing show. Do slide up. And then change the other one and make it slide and do down for when it's hide transition.
Oh my god, dude. Where have you been
And
all my life?
You can change the time on it. So when you go over show transition, do like, I think it's by default like 10 milliseconds or something.
Okay, I'm sorry. What was that? What was it? It was
So right-click that source again. What's for show transition? What does it say for?
Oh, hide
underneath?
transition.
Either one. Yeah, you'll want to do hide transition as well. Either one. But what's the timing? It says right above properties. It has a number. It's like 300 probably.
Right above properties. I don't see anything.
So you have none, cut, fade, swipe, slide. Go down a little bit. There's a number.
Oh. 300, 300. I can change that.
Make it 3,000. Make it 3,000.
Okay. For both?
Yep, do it on both. And then just try clicking the eyeball.
That's good, right? That's a little scary.
Big improvement though from it just popping in.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's one of those little things. Like I've got like when I do Be Right Back, it actually takes my little ping tuber model and slides it off the side so it walks away on its own. So I don't have to manually drag it, it just leaves.
Okay, so I'm trying to think. I think I can squeeze a little lorries into the alert. Oh, unless I just have a joke layer?
So what I typically do, so I have overlay collection as one, which is all of my overlays, and then I have a separate scene that these are in that has theme top, bot overlay top, which is my alerts. So I have like, these are the static things, these are the alerts, these are this, and then you can put all of those into one collection and drop that in as your main one. So your main one could just be game capture, VTuber, and overlays. So you could just have 3 scenes for your main scene and then never touch any of it.
Okay, VTuber, alert, and what was the other one? You said overlay?
Yeah, so yeah, overlay, which would be your more static stuff or your chat or things that aren't like popping up. The things that are just there would be your overlay. It's gonna look really weird, but I'm gonna share my screen to you. Or my one monitor. And I do mean it when I say it's gonna look weird because it's a vertical monitor. But you can see at the bottom, if you look, that there's just an absurd number of scenes.
Wow.
But every single one of them with a letter at the beginning is a scene, and then it's nested into another one. So if I go to like my game capture, I've got all my different types of game captures I would need for when they're being used. My Be Right Back one is just 3 layers. My starting soon screen, like they're all their own. But then I have my sources as their own thing over here for my scenes because I do I have my stinger wipe that you can see the little splash go across when I change. But I have a thing set up in my bot that instead, when I do a scene transition, it doesn't actually do transition. It enables and disables my sources. And it'll play that screen wipe across my screen, so the stinger goes behind my avatar.
And how do you do that?
I do it with my bot. My bot allows me to paste things. So with Mix It Up, I have it so I press a button on my Stream Deck. When I press that button on my Stream Deck, it runs a command in my Mix It Up bot, which says it says play this animation, which is 1 second long, which is my stinger on this layer. So it does my little screen wipe effect. And then halfway across, when it would need to transition to my other one, it turns on the source that shows my gameplay or hides my gameplay. But I have that behind my overlays, so my overlays stay on while the screen transition pops over, and all my alerts stay on, so I don't cut anybody off. Because I would hate for somebody to be doing like a text-to-speech, and then I do a scene transition at the same time, and then they get nothing. Or it's just those like little things, and it's like I would like people to feel like I'm not like jumping around too far. Like keep my overlay on there, and then the transition is just what's going on behind it.
Okay.
It's a weird trick to get some of it to work, but
now this is pod racing. Holy shit. Okay, so I have overlay jokes, and it hasn't been working because I have the Stream Deck connected to OBS. So like, yep, nothing. But I might run it through your bot instead, or the bot instead. And that might...
Yeah, if you run it through the bot can detect OBS, and as long... The only thing I will do as a reminder now, if you use Mix It Up, you have to open Mix It Up, get it fully logged in, and then open OBS. You have to do it in that order, or it'll freak out. It just...
Dope.
It gets angry about it. But yeah, I run 3 bots, technically. I have Mix It Up, I have BikuBot, and then I have loot tools for Streamloot stuff. That just allowed me to set like, hey, for 10,000 channel points, you can get a free crate on Streamloots from me because of that one bot. And it's just a nice way to be able to let people get something for free without... That is the weirdest separate frame. Is your belt supposed to look like it says "I love you"? You don't notice that? You have the gold band on the left, you've got the heart, and then you've got the helmet-shaped one that looks like a U. So you've got "I heart you" on your belt.
Wait.
You never noticed this in your own design. Good job.
Wait a minute. What?
You don't see that?
I love
You got "I."
you.
Yeah, and then the helmet. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you 400% that probably was not intentional. Hold on, I'm telling everyone.
That is a crotch shot right there. That
Holy
is a crotch shot.
shit.
And a half.
Hold on. I am messaging Tibby right now. Wait, what the fuck?
You've got an Among Us guy twerking on your crotch, and it is quite a thing.
Thank you, Among Us man.
Suddenly the stream is just taken down.
It's not a sexual crotch, it's an educational crotch.
Crotchutational.
I'm losing my mind. Cause I did not say that in the design. I'm looking at the original design documents. Hold on.
I don't think it was intentional either. I think it just kind of happened. Because you've obviously got a buckle on the you've got that
on the other side.
On the other side, but because it's covered, it doesn't quite do it. But yeah, and because the one's bent down, yeah.
What the fuck?
One of those. Oh yeah, totally intentional. Yep. Totally intentional. Oh, and this is something minor, but I'm going to point it out with your overlay.
Uh-huh.
So, you had trouble lining up your subscriber, your donation, and your follow thing, didn't you? You had trouble lining those up.
My what?
The little tickers that you got going across the bottom.
Oh. I think
The
so. I
text
set those
is
up on...
not at the same height on all of them, so I have a feeling you should.
Oh. Yeah, probably. I think at some point I accidentally messed things up and I had to like redo them really quickly. I don't think I ever went back to them. Yeah, I see what you mean. It's not the...
So one thing that can make that a lot easier is if you right click on a source. I gotta actually go to a source. If you right click on it and you go to properties, no, sorry, not properties. If you right click on it and go to transform, and then edit transform, it can let you do like millipixels for positioning.
Oh, yeah, I've done that before.
The top. But like, so your vertical height on all of them is different, so you could copy paste the vertical height on all of those to make sure they're in line with each other.
They're also sized
But you should probably move all of them up quite a bit because they don't need... You've got a lot of empty space at the top, so you can make it so that the letters that are hanging down, like the J in my name, goes into the pink area of your overlay.
Yeah.
Ideally, what you want to do on this, and this is something for a little more advanced, but you'd want to create a mask that keeps that like capsule shape on the right side of those tickers, so it would actually not do the vertical cutoff on the edges. So, like how the letters are just kind of popping in.
Yeah.
You could create a layer that's that same color or that same size exactly as the white capsule shape, and put that in, so you could have it look like they're coming in from behind the the capsule shape, the pink line on it,
Christ.
and run into the yellow edge that you got on the left side.
Just thinking about that hurts my brain, but I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, basically you'd be creating like a half pill to place on there, and then that would be a mask layer, and then the text would actually be behind the overlay sliding in.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of work, but it would make it look nicer. Just a thought.
It does.
I mean, it's what's happening with your chat. Your chat is doing that. Your chat is actually doing the exact same effect at the top edge of it.
Yeah.
It's going through a mask. So you'd be doing that, but just with the things going on the ticker, on the marquee.
That's crazy. I did not even think about that. Gonna copy that.
Sorting overlays, Skybird. Sorting overlays. Yeah, so in that did that reset your chat? Oh, you missed the chat in that one.
Chat is not connected to that. Where is the chat?
But basically, Sky, I'll feel this since Lorian is focusing. Basically, putting all of the overlays into separate scenes so it doesn't reload them all the time or run multiple instances of them. Because basically, one of the biggest lag sources in OBS is every browser source you have.
Yeah.
And while overlays are a lot of images, each one of your tickers is a browser source. Your chat is a browser source. Just things like that. So if you can have all your overlays in one, that will reduce your CPU usage a ton.
Oh, Fugi I could also put in there too. Deleting all these little lorries, getting them out of here. Oh, I don't really need that anymore. I'll put my music back on since we're just vibing.
Music is usually good.
I'll put something calmer than Bayonetta on. How's that sound, chat? Give me some relaxing Breath of the Wild music night ambience.
I need music. You've made me realize I have no music. Where's my music? I haven't actually listened to music straight up in a while. Because I'm usually streaming at my computer, so it's just like I don't really play much that I can just listen to whatever.
Gotcha. Hunting down all these little lorries and killing them is a pain in the ass.
I feel like you're right-clicking on them when you can just hit the delete key.
Maybe?
I could hear your mouse clicking.
Listen. Listen.
I've become super heavy on, like, keyboard shortcuts lately. Though I have made some keyboard shortcuts into, like, I have, like, 5 hotkey keys on the side of my keyboard. Like, the snip tool. Oh. Do you know about the magic of the snip tool? Windows Shift S will allow you to do a screenshot of whatever you highlight and immediately put it to your clipboard.
Windows Shift S?
Shift F. Yes. And then it'll kind of make your screen static, but it's still actually animating for everybody else. And then you can just drag over the area you want to capture, and then it's on your clipboard.
Clipboard like...
Control V.
Okay, hold on, I'm a little confused.
Just go into the Discord chat, press Control V, and it'll paste it in the chat box.
Okay, so hold on. So shift.
Windows key, shift, and S at the same time. And then your screen should fade a little bit. You did it?
Yes.
So now drag and drop over, like click drag over an area you want to screenshot, and you'll grab a capture of it. You should actually, at the top of your screen, you'll have 4 boxes or 5 boxes.
Wow.
You've got one that'll be a drag and drop rectangular mode. You can do freeform mode, which lets you like circle something. You can just capture a window, or you can do full screen. But then you just click, and then it goes into your clipboard. Yep.
That's awesome.
I have it as a hotkey on my keyboard, so I just press one button, but... Another cool thing, just because you have these just chatting backgrounds and stuff, you would be able to, like with the Mix It Up bot and Streamloots, you could let people change your background with it instantly to whatever they want.
That sounds like a bad idea.
I'm not saying whatever they want. I mean, from like the selection of what.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you could let them do whatever they want, but that would be a bad idea. I mean, like, if you have like 5 different ones, you could make one card for each one and like change to this background, change to this background. I like that moth.
Thank you. It's Butterball. He's my little familiar. Now, the only problem that I really have is I don't think I can put my goals there because they're in different places for a lot of the scenes and different sizes.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to put like all of them. Though granted, looking at your overlay with your goal and the way you got, I hate the Streamloots goals visually. God. I mean, you saw mine, right? Like mine is completely not what they provide.
I don't think I've seen yours. No, send me.
Look at the upper right of my screen in the... I mean, I'm sharing screen, but I can just do... I'll do a little closer crop of it. So it's not the highest detail because the resolution is on there, but... basically, I took, like...
Oh!
I took their one goal that just shows the text, which is actually from the circular goal. The one that shows my percentage out of percentage.
Okay,
that's 52 out of 256 on there.
So you just took that one element.
Circular goal cropped off and dropped there, and then the meter is from their side one, but I stretched it super tall, and then I used that meter, and then it's cropped off and masked to fit, because their goal meters suck.
So you're Frankenstein's your own goal meter.
Yeah, well, like I also you need Jesus apparently.
I need Jesus. We just streamed the whole demo of I Am Jesus. I think I mean, I would like more Jesus inside me. Jesus feels really good inside of me. So if Jesus...
What are you getting your chat from? Because I'm assuming that got deleted. Oh, so did the hello. Why are things not...
Oh, that's YouTube and Twitch.
Oh, YouTube chat. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so confused.
Why you got 666 subs? I mean, there's only one idea.
Oh, you're dual streaming. You're breaking the law.
I am. Deathcat's Xbox, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Get out while you still can, man. It's too late. There's no escape now.
I do find it funny that to say that you need Jesus. I don't know if they're not a regular. The amusing thing to me is like they searched for your content.
Especially on YouTube. It's not like YouTube advertising streams at all.
Yeah, it's like you had to have hunted for this. That's one of those things. People always go like, "Oh, you should go to YouTube." It's like YouTube is not like accessible at all for streaming, and the fact that people can upload their own thumbnails does not help things.
Nope.
Like, you ever look up the gaming channels on YouTube's live? Oh my god. If it's searched in your recommended gas mask, that means you look for that stuff normally. Like, it's basing it on your interests.
What VTubers do you watch? I was watching a video, then I saw your video on the side. YouTube's actually recommending me? Guys, let's go. We're moving up in the world?
Or down. I mean...
Or down.
All perspective. Again, depends on what type of content they were looking at. You still interested them enough that they clicked on your video. So, like...
True.
They still chose to come to your content. Like, wait, phrasing.
Listen, guys, if you want to come to my content, you could always... you can always check me out on Twitter.
I made that mistake once.
Random things that this pop-up is hard. If you want more horrid content to come to, click on my Twitter or my Fansly. We're streaming there on Thursday.
You were watching TF2. You were already watching something horrid, Gas Mask. I see why it was related.
Got him.
Well, like, the most popular TF2 video is literally about people looking for hentai magazines. So, like...
Wait, you're gonna have to explain the context.
You're really not far off base.
You're gonna have to explain to me the context for that one.
I believe it's like something Putis is the name of the video, but it's literally like two TF2 heavies looking for porn. Like, that's the entire plot, and it's like the most popular TF2 video. It's really well animated too. Like, it is absolutely amazing.
That's beautiful.
Is it Maximum Putis? What is it? No, Putis Engage, I think.
Putis Engage.
Yeah, Putis Engage. Yes, that is the name of the video. It's like one of the top TF2 videos of all time. So it is fully on track.
I was searching for a good mouse AVI remake, and then I got here. What is AVI remake?
AVI is,
Thank you, Star. By the way, I saw that. I saw that.
We're going file extensions, so we're just probably getting into meme territory.
Aw.
But not even like good memes. The like
Stale memes.
Kind of like YouTube poop level type stuff is usually whenever you start getting into the like .avi or .ex, it's like really. Like, they're not meant to be good, typically.
Yeah. This is another issue I'm having.
I'm angering strangers in your chat, just...
Yeah, go ahead.
I assume the
antagonize the trot. Antagonize them. I've seen enough already, that's it, goodbye. Bye, bitch!
But yeah, I always find it funny, because people talk about like Twitch problems, people go, well, why don't you stream on YouTube? It's like, YouTube, you mean the one where you can't do bots for, like, actually regulating your chat? Where if you report somebody for messing in your chat, this is fun. If you report a message or a comment in YouTube, in the little like description of the report, when you delete comments, YouTube tells you it may take up to a week for the comment to actually disappear.
Beautiful. Reporting someone on YouTube is so fucking annoying too. You have to go to like their actual profile.
Yeah.
Another problem I have with the overlay shit, right, is like, this milk drink. Where'd it go? This milk drink, right? It's supposed to go up to my VTuber face and then I make a joke about it, right? But when I'm gaming, I'm in the corner and I'm not up here.
Ah. So yeah, if you put that on your webcam layer, it'll always be aligned on that webcam layer.
Holy shit, dude. Oh my god.
You could either put it on your webcam layer, or you could add another scene that interacts with your webcam layer, and then just have that scene in there. So your choice with that. I usually recommend taking that and putting that in a separate scene, and then adding that scene to your webcam layer. But yeah, so if you just put it on that layer that your webcam's on, it'll... The reason I'm pointing that out is because, like I had said with Streamloots, you could run like filters on the that entire scene, so your webcam, and that would affect, say, anything on this webcam layer as a thing. So, for me with my webcam, it's let me double check. So if I go to my webcam one, I've got my Discord group members in one, I've got my fake webcam, and I've got different models. So anything I want to affect all of my webcams affects that webcam layer. If I want things to pop up in front of it, it's in my overlay. It's in a overlay collection that my webcams are in. It just depends on how many things you want to layer on top of each other. If you're not gonna do like letting people do color palette swaps or things like that, because like just for instance, like in your webcam right now, so you've got your webcam open, go to filters. Just want to show you one, for instance here. If you go to your filters, then go to add, and there should be one that is apply LUT. The second one. I say loot, but it's apparently pronounced LUT. So add one of those. And then path should give you some default ones. Just choose like red isolated. So that took out everything that's not red. It removed everything except for reds from your model. So you could have that as a Streamloots redeem, just turning on and off that filter. But if you have that done to, you can do it to the whole scene, which would have also affected the Among Us guy and any pop-ups, depending on how you decide to lay it out. And that's like how I do like I have like shinies for mine. If I do, so if you've still got my screen open. Yeah. So you can kind of see my thing in the corner, right? So like I have these 3 layers, which turns me into a hologram. And that'll affect everything in the scene. And that's one card redeem. Or I've got just a light blue one, a green one, yellow, and they're all just color filters that I've done with either color correction or the LUT filter. And it just lets you go between them. Or I can even do stuff like this, which makes me all distorted and concerning. But yeah, they're all like little things, and I have those all set up as Streamlit redeems. So it lets people mess with stuff, and it just affects that one layer. So depending on how you decide to sort things, it'll change things up. It's just...
It's awesome. Why is she in a black void of death and creation and twerking Among Us? Because content.
Streamlining future stuff. But yeah, so you can do a lot with Streamloots, and a lot of people don't utilize it. Like, I mean, you've seen Streamloots. Most people who use Streamloots are soundboard filters and manually having to do things. I've automated 90% of mine. Cause like, why bother? Yeah, so add a scene here. That would be the source for the scene that has your camera effects, or however you want to label it, or whatever you've named it. I like the random legs just showing every so often. You can't see as much because of scaling. You can change the way it divides up that studio mode as well. So is yours doing a horizontal cut or a vertical cut with your studio mode? Because you're obviously having trouble like seeing it, right? Because yeah, you can change the way studio mode decides to divide your thing if you want it to do 2 vertical cuts or a horizontal cut in your settings as well. So if you do end up using it and one fits your screen better.
So I go here, hit the milk drink. Wow, it fucking works. Okay. Oh my god, dude. This is like, you've just given me a Rubik's Cube.
Makes it a lot easier to like actually update stuff though, when you could just enable and disable from wherever without having to actually like switch things and they stay lined up. So yeah, it should work in every scene layout now because you lined it up on the one. You've still got your old one on there, but...
Waterball I also put in different places. Okay, but he's a moving picture. It should be fine. Card timer, Streamlets alert. We can move that over.
Just the random legs every so often. I just can't get over it.
What is this alerts? Oh, my Streamlabs alerts.
You Streamlabs.
I only use it for alerts. Use Stream Elements for everything else. I don't know. I just haven't switched. Just time.
Yeah, I used to use them for some stuff. It's like I'm no longer working with them after the whole OBS calling them out and their response to it.
Yeah.
Nope, done. Like, we tried to work with them. You didn't, though. You really didn't.
But you didn't.
Yeah. Streamlabs is also just a resource hog.
It is, yeah.
I'm just realizing I updated my OBS and I don't feel like I should have because I don't know if all of my plugins updated. This will be fun.
I also updated my OBS. Uh-oh.
Well, I use a lot of plugins in OBS, so things are more likely to break on my end.
True.
But considering the drunk filter worked fine, should be fine. Hopefully.
Scene also carries over audio, right? Like my alert audio?
Yeah. That they will all still be connected in red. So you won't lose anything there. If it is being detected in the list of your of the one you are on, of the scene you are on, if it is anywhere in the sources, it counts. So if it's a scene, it's loading that scene. Essentially what you're going to be doing is you'll be loading all of these that are active, and it will be reading them. It's just not loading multiple instances of them. It's just referring to the same loaded instance. Because that's basically what you were doing before, is you were loading a new instance every time you change scenes. Which might explain why your chat does that quick roll sometimes when you were changing scenes. So that won't happen anymore, because they're just perpetually loaded. I have been suggested to use a thing for you by Twitch. So enjoy. No, Twitch itself suggested it to me. It gave me the little pop-up saying, hey, you have 1,400 points. You should use those on this.
God.
See, that's the stuff I don't put on channel points. That's the stuff that goes to Streamloots cards.
Yeah, I put it on there.
If you want me to do physical labor, you pay me.
Yeah, I did. I put it on, I did that before I did Streamloots, so that was the only way people could interact. And there's also cards to do that now, too.
Well, see, that was an interesting thing, because I'm only 2 years active on Twitch.
What's up, Robbie Sloth?
But I was a partner on Mixer for 5 years. So
Mixer was out for 5 years?
It was Beam for 3. And then they changed their name for the remaining 2 years when Microsoft screwed them over.
Wow.
Yeah. It gets weirder when I tell you it was made by a 16-year-old.
Wow.
Yeah. he was the creator of Beam, which became Mixer, was also the creator of MC Pro hosting.
What the fuck? Small world, I think? I don't know. Hold on, I gotta do my push-ups. I gotta take my headphones off. Ugh.
And I will just aggressively pet my cat.
Okay.
See if I can get him to leave me alone.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10,
I am helping Lorian go
12,
through
13, 14,
an absurd
15,
amount of
16,
OBS
17,
updates
18,
while they do
19,
a bunch of push-ups.
20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. Okay, that's it. That's it. We're calling it. Okay. Ugh.
I am impressed with how many you did in 30 seconds.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because for me it'd be like 5 and like I'm dead.
Cosmic Scientist, what's up? Thanks for stopping by.
I have 15-pound weights that I do curls with on my thing, and I have a pull-up bar that I can barely use. So.
Oh my god. I can't do any fucking pull-ups. So I do like halfsies?
It says knee. Well, the one is knee to elbow. The push-ups don't say.
I'm gonna do about 10 to 15 pull-ups for my arms. I can do push-ups. I can do push-ups all day. I can't do pull-ups.
Pull-ups generally are like not a lot though, as far as I'm aware. Like you don't really want to be able to do a lot. Your body's like not really meant to do that. Which is why it's a good workout, but it's also like me.
Alerts, stream elements, merch alerts, chat, Picardo. Okay, let's copy all of these.
So I'm seeing the things you've got like set up for your stuff. I noticed you don't have a throne. Have you ever considered a throne? Have a link. You got Amazon wishlist. Oh, you've just got it completely labeled wrong. Got it. Yeah, Throne's caught on now. Throne is great. People like to buy my cat stuff.
That's adorable.
Well, it's like my one webcam died. I'm like, I need a new webcam for the cat camera. They're like, oh, is it on your throne? Like, I'll add it. And then it was like sold within 5 minutes. Like,
oh my god.
Somebody bought me a PS5 on there though, so like I'm good.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that one broke me.
Oh my god.
Like, well, thanks for buying it. Now I gotta wait for one to be for sale. That is a concerning drawing.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I didn't know I had this just all the time. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this.
Question. Is that animated or is that based on speech? Because if you have an animated version of that, there's a great plugin that you can get for OBS that lets you make things into DVD screensavers, the little like bouncing around corner thing. And that would be a great toggle on as a channel point thing or whatever, to just have that turn on and ping around the screen a little bit and then fade out. I'll see if I can find it. Ugh. I'm also going to give you a link to another plugin you should install at your own convenience, but it's closed captioning, which is just always good for people to have. So that is the closed captioning.
What scenes have it and what scenes don't? Closed captioning. Okay. Dude, you are literally like boosting the quality of my stream. Like I don't know how to express.
This is my goal for a lot of people, is just to do that. Because like that's what I've always wanted to do, is just help people with making their streams more clean and run better, because it's not always the greatest thing. But like I went to a stream the other day. It was running 2K bitrate at 60 frames per second, 1080. Like I need to step in. Hey.
Politely, just like, hey.
Yeah, it's like, I know I'm new here, but assuming your internet speed is good enough. Oh, but yeah, if you're doing an internet speed check, because you said you did one, you probably use speed test, which is the main one. I highly recommend instead go to fast.com. And the reason I say that is fast.com is run through Netflix servers, which means they can't really like lie on that, because a lot of people will use Netflix. So they'd have to throttle all of Netflix otherwise, which is why that one exists.
What's it called? Fast.com?
Yeah, fast.com. Just a lot. It's easier. It's also just easier to type and remember, and there's no ads on it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Speed test is like, here's 5,000 ads.
87 megabytes per second. That's actually was pretty accurate than to the last one. But is that up or down?
So your first one is going to be down. So if you go, fast.com, let me load it up to make sure I give you the correct thing.
Yeah, it just says one.
You have your download is the main one. So like I'm getting 400 today, apparently. Oh, 500. Oh.
Chat isn't showing up. Yeah, I've killed it.
One sec. I got 2 gigs down, but once that's done, I have mine on a longer one, so it'll take a second. But if you wait a little bit, then in the bottom right it has your upload speed you should see on that page. So you've got your latency and then your upload speed.
No, I don't have any of that. Oh, show more info.
You don't? Yeah, sorry. Mine's automatically opened, I think, because I've done it before.
Yeah, 5 ms ping.
Yeah, don't worry about the latency side. Upload's the one.
Upload 73 MPS, which is slower. Definitely slower than Google told me.
Yeah, but so that's the one. Like, I only get 20. 20 is the max in my area for upload. Yeah, I'm getting 2 gigs down, 20 up. 20 megabytes up. Like, but yeah, so that's usually where a lot of that's gonna come from. As long as you're getting... I usually recommend, like, even though it's only 6 that you would need in order to do technically, you usually want about 10 because you're doing other processes in the background. So as long as you have like 10 megabytes per second for your upload, you are completely good with 6K. Assuming your PC is not crumbling, but you're running a VTuber, so it's not crumbling.
Yeah.
So yeah, 6K is usually the minimum on that you'd want to do, especially if you're doing 1080. Once you hit 5K is usually where I recommend dropping it. But yeah, so it just really does show, just looking at the background, being able to see individual snowflakes in the background is sign enough that, hey, it's working.
Yep. Keep the merch mug
here. Because yeah, those definitely were very hard to tell apart at the start of the stream. And could not see all the particles coming off the star.
Throw these in here. Gonna lock this. Discord. Why do I have oh, for collabs Discord. Yeah, we could throw that in overlays too.
Yeah, they're always gonna be in the same general spot.
Keep that there. I should have one that's just backgrounds because I have a really taxing background.
Yeah, well, like your background that you're playing right now, that would be what I'm saying. Like if you did the backgrounds as its own scene, you would be able to use Streamloots cards to let people change it too. Like you could actually just have all of them be ones that, oh, turn this one on, turn this one off, and just have it cycle through them. Like, and I would recommend usually having, like, if you're going to do that, have a default one that is the full background that will always be on, and then you'll fade out one, fade one in front of it. So that way, no matter what, there's always going to be that fallback. But it'll always fade between those backgrounds to show different things.
What's up, Jagus? Welcome to stream. How you doing? We're doing tentacle work right now. But it's fun. It's fun. Put a 1 in the stream. This is content. It's fun. We're having fun.
You're learning things that'll make your life easier for the future. That's usually the big thing with a lot of OBS. A lot of OBS stuff is like you can make things work no matter what. Like OBS is not a hard program to make things work, but to get to like the fine-tuned details, that's where it starts. Like, oh, I should probably do this in a different way, or
yeah, I'm like, if it works, it fucking works. One, I'm gonna steal this info from you later. Honey, please download this whole stream. Cameron has just blew my fucking balls. Alexis, what's up? Welcome to the stream. How you doing? It's making ramen, so I missed the question. I asked if this was content. Okay.
So yours went through VTube Studio, right? Like it's running in there. Have you tried the lighting effect that's got built in?
Well, it's on VC Face.
They run the same general software, don't they?
No, I don't think so. VC Face is 3D.
Well, VTube Studio interacts with it. I know, so I never really know the specifics of it. There's usually a setting for lighting. I don't know if VC Face has
Oh,
it.
light settings, yeah.
Ambient is usually the one, but I don't think this is it, so no.
Ambient intensity?
This isn't it. No. So I gotta remember specifically how to do this. But there's a fun thing you can do, if I can remember how to do it. I'm gonna do my own thing while you continue what you're on. While I see. Where is it?
ASMR, because the thing is, if it's going to need a separate card timer, that's okay. I feel like I shouldn't ask my original question. No, Jagras, I'm sorry if I missed it. Ask it. That's an MP3. What do I do with this MP3? Oh, they actually asked a question yet? Okay. What is this text? Current breath. Armed and Dangerous? I know what else is scary. What? Oh, it's just my friend's wanted poster. It's not my wanted poster. I don't know why the MG's death screen is here. Good morning, Sand Snake. How you doing? Yeah, I can move these backgrounds to the background. Well, it's only gonna be in one place. ASMR is fine. Shiny button time? Oh my god, Sandstick. I literally just updated the fucking icons. It's fine. Thank you so much for applying VIP. Get some shoutouts to our 2 new VIPs today. Cameron, I apologize for your ears.
Yeah.
So what you got going on your day off? Sounds like you are now VIP Prestige 1. How does it feel?
This is not doing what it's supposed to on my end.
It's tragic. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm trying to kind of cheat the lighting. I basically was trying to cast my game visual onto my avatar. So it would basically look like the light was casting onto me, but it's not capturing correctly.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on because I'm doing it right, but like for some reason my character model has turned green, and like the gameplay that is showing on my screen is very much not green. It's yellow. So something wrong has happened on my end.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not grabbing the right thing, and I don't know if it's because of random settings or what.
More little lorries to the slaughter. Get them out of here.
Slurry tour.
Type exclamation point visit. What the fuck was that for? Oh, I forgot about copium.
Wow, I haven't heard that word in a while. I hear it from too many people I don't want to hear it from, so it's hard for me to go, Yeah. Just usually hear it from people being dicks. Like, yeah, I don't...
No, we use it for comedy here.
Yeah, Twitter doesn't understand what actual comedy is a lot of the times.
This is true. I have my merch shirt up here. I'm just gonna leave my merch shirt there.
Okay, now it's working. Just re-added the same thing and suddenly it's fine, I think.
You would have no Pulsoid died, right? My Pulsoid link got like I have like browser sources for Pulsoid and they all just like what's the word?
You may need to reconnect your thing to Pulsoid.
That's probably it.
They may have done some update on their site, but I don't know.
I got comedy right here. Pants grab, thank you, honey. Honey, how you doing today? You got a shout out for honey? Gotta shout out that bitch. Guys, go follow her. Dope as shit. Dopest little shit I know. More little Loris to kill. Yeah, goals we're gonna keep here.
It's doing nothing.
Technology.
I'm gonna figure that out, but for my own thing, just because I want my little ping tuber to actually update based on the gameplay color, just like slightly. Like I just want to tint it.
Huh, my capture card is just showing a black screen. That's a little weird.
Is it on? I mean, is the system on?
Not.
Yeah, that would be why your capture card would show a black screen, probably, because it's got nothing to capture.
True. Yeah, but usually when things don't capture, they're just like, they show nothing or they're transparent. It's just like, just a black screen.
Oh, that's because there's nothing behind it.
No, there was,
if you're
there was
talking
something
OBS.
blocking it. That's what I was saying. There was something under it,
Oh.
and I couldn't see it because the capture card was a black screen.
Huh.
Where's my HUD?
Well, if you're doing game capture, do you have transparency on? Because that would probably do it. Oh, but it's a video input device, isn't it? So.
You know, that almost fucked me up with my I Am Jesus playthrough. The transparency, it completely, like, for some reason the game's graphics are transparent, so I could only see, like, text. Or the chat could only see text.
A fun thing about that game capture with transparency being checked.
Yeah.
Works in VR chat, and some worlds don't do skyboxes, and if they don't do a skybox, the sky disappears. I noticed that with one of my friends stream, like, why is the sky weird? He goes, what? I go, oh, you have a transparency on, because it's Unity. Basically, Unity games, if there's nothing there to detect, it will just be transparent.
Oh.
Which is how, like, Stream Avatars works on that same concept, as it has no background, so if you capture with transparency, it'll just be transparent. Yes, Fear, you're very cuddly. Congratulations. Oh, hey, it's the old webcam.
It is, yes. You could tell because there's no twerking among us.
Oh, I could just tell because I can see the spot where the hair splits apart becoming very green.
Hmm. Trying to figure out what to do. Okay, I'm gonna pee while I figure out what to do. Hold on, BRB. I have to pee a lot. I drink a lot of water.
Hello, chat. You're in my domain now. Got a spam call from an unknown number. And I'm annoyed. It didn't ring. My phone auto robocalls people who do that. Ooh, there's a transcript. Yep, they just hung up. As soon as they got the bot, they're like, oh no! Yeah, fun thing about the Pixel as a phone, you can just set it to automatically answer your calls if it's not in your phone book. It'll answer it and go, hi, this is the Google Assistant taking a call for. And it'll say your name and it'll go, can I ask why you're calling? And it'll do a text transcript of it and everything for you to read instead of actually having to pick up the phone. They usually just hang up right away. Like, oh no. It's honestly amazing. Like, I have received like 2 phone calls from strangers that were actually numbers I needed to answer. And when she just died. She just fucking died. Sorry, just I love that, just seeing her avatar just like immediately. But yeah, so the number of people who actually answer that are actually people who need to get a hold of you. It's also illegal in my state for people to like robocall now, which is hilarious.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Let's talk about the fact I got a phone call apparently while we were talking, but it was a spam number.
Classic.
Well, I have a Google Pixel, and you can tell it to answer phone calls as a bot. It'll like, if it's not in your phone book, it'll have a bot answer the call for you.
Hmm.
And it'll go, hey, this is Cameron's Google Assistant. Can I ask why you're calling? And it'll actually give me a text transcript on my screen if they start talking. They typically just hang up immediately when they find out it's a bot.
That's kind of really cool.
Yeah, it's a super great feature because it won't even ring on my phone. Like, it'll light up my phone, but it will not ring unless they actually answer. I've received like 2 phone calls since COVID started that I actually had to answer because of that.
Only 2 phone calls.
Yeah, I mean, from unknown numbers.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah, from unknown numbers. I've received probably like 200 of them over the past couple of years, but I've only had to answer 2 because most of them just hang up. It's also become illegal in my state for the whole, for a lot of the robocallers. It's become illegal in my state, so.
Good.
It's really cut down a lot of them, and there's a bunch of lawsuits because people from out of state are robocalling my state. Like, they took area codes off the list, but people who have changed or moved and now live in the state are getting the call because they still have this old area code on their phone.
Oh.
So there's all these lawsuits going around now for people with the extended warranty, which apparently all those we're calling about your car's extended warranty thing, because my state made it illegal, they're tracking down that it's going to 3 specific auto shops that can handle it, like that are owned by 3 specific lines, and they all come back to the same owner overall. So now my state is going to press charges against the one guy who owns all the companies.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what was the point of that scam? Like, do you bring your car in for like a useless checkup that they cost you for?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
Well, or they'll find a problem with your car and say this much is covered under the warranty, this much isn't. And they'll make you think there's more problems than there are. Yeah, shady mechanics. Typically only getting, like, older people gonna fall for that, but yeah. All comes back to, like, the same dude owning, like, three different companies.
Gross.
Your chat box is misplaced in this scene. Or you're zoomed in.
Oh, that is on purpose, so you could see more of me sleeping.
That's a very odd sentence.
Listen, they love the fucking they love the sleep streams. I'm not gonna deny them.
What Outdated said, sucks for them, I don't own a car. That's the funny thing. I answered one of those once and I go, so what kind of car do I own? And they go, well, we need your information. I go, no, you called about my car. You know who I am, right? And then they hang up. Like that's all it is. And that's one of those things, because like this is always kind of an important one, because a lot of people don't realize this. Like, debt collection, they're not allowed to sell your debt to anybody without your permission, but you giving them your social counts as them having permission. So if you never confirm the information with debt collectors, they can't charge you and the debt just gets lost.
Beautiful.
Because debt collectors pay off your debt when they buy it. So like, say you owe like a hospital bill, they pay the hospital the debt, and then they try to collect it from you with added fees or whatever. They buy it for a bit less, but then they try to get that extra. But they can't do anything with it because the hospital can't sell or the insurance companies can't sell like your social security number and the things they need to actually track the debt. So if you don't give them that info, they just kind of it's paid off according to the insurance company, and the debt collectors don't have your info. So
what an odd thing.
Yeah. But if you confirm the social, then the debt tracks back onto you. So yeah, just don't give them the info. They have to, and it's like one of those, like, you can tell them, like, all right, send a letter to my address and I will follow through. Because it's like, if you send me the info to prove you're legit, yeah. But they're typically not legit, so. And they won't follow through because it's too much work for them to actually confirm shit. I don't know why my cat is so aggressively cuddly today.
Just one of those days, you know, Monday. Everyone needs some cuddles on a Monday.
I'm just glad it's my day off. I mean, I set my own hours, but I have to force myself to take a day off.
Yeah. I know that exactly.
I say take a day off. I'm going to be opening Blender later and trying to build stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I do work on my day off too, but it's, you know, it's slightly less. I'm calling about your life's extended warranty. Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, like, I'm supposed to be doing, I'm switching over to a 3D studio software for my stream stuff. That can actually, like, have the camera move around the place and do all this stuff. And I can use a whole bunch of preset buildings, but I don't want to.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
It's like, I don't like presets, and I can make my own, so I'm gonna try and make my own. But then I'm gonna combine that with Streamloots and allow people to, like, move the camera around the place and change the scenes and.
Do I need a stream ending screen? I don't think I do.
I usually use a stream ending for while I'm trying to set up a raid.
I mean, I could just talk to you guys, though. I don't know.
Well, so, like, I have credits run, which Mix It Up has a built-in credits thing. So you can go to that scene, have credits. It'll say how many people chatted, how many people subscribed.
That's in the same bot you recommended?
Yeah, yeah.
Holy shit. Could I do, like, Patreon subscribers?
I don't know. I don't know because I don't really bother with Patreon. So I don't know on that one. I know you can link it to your Patreon and you can have it detect new people on Patreon and have an alert for that pop up.
Holy crap, dude. You gotta help me with this device. We're gonna set up a date one day. We're gonna do it. I'm just gonna kill this. I'm just gonna kill.
Just seeing it pan over to you sideways for a second.
Oh yeah, that's how I record my. I am very askew. I don't know what happened here. This is how I record verticals.
This whole scene is instead of just using the.
No, because it's higher quality if I do this actually.
Well, no. There's actually, because you can do a built-in like 1080 vertical format into.
Oh, OBS, you mean?
Yeah, in OBS, and then you can just record.
Yeah, I can do that, I guess. Yeah, it's true.
I usually recommend using like scene collection, just making a separate scene collection for that entirely, rather than scenes and sources and all that. Also, Chromid.
Oh yeah, we didn't do it yet. Calm down. I gotta change all the scenes. Right now, I'm just deleting everything, and I'm gonna put everything in.
And you can use the same one for this and just rotate that source in this one. So
literally, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
And then my Discord recently, I had to update some of my things because I always had to, like, if you support me on Streamloots, you can also get access to my Minecraft server that I've got. Because a lot of people want to sub on my Streamloots, and then I get 80% of that instead of the 50 from Twitch. It's like, yeah, if you sub there, then you can get access to my Minecraft server, whatever. Because people aren't going to gift as much on there either, and I don't have to worry about security as much. But I recently got the ability to monetize my Discord, so like, or subscribe to my Discord. and you also get that access.
That's right. That was the thing. I forgot about that.
Yeah. You can set the price to whatever you want on the Discord one. I think it's like minimum $250 for the charge, up to like $150.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to get there because I have an NSFW server, but it's fine.
I'm not sure about the new rules on it. But yeah. Hey, no fighting. Why are we angry? My oldest cat is in a grumpy mood, apparently. Casting couch, that thing people fish from, right?
Yes, where you cast your...
Cast your rods, something about bait, something about fish. Yeah. You do all the backgrounds as a full screen thing, and then you just scale them behind your camera. Oh, were you testing overlay placements? One of the things that gets me is like a lot of these games have like Twitch integration now, or little bits of Twitch integration. I think every game that has Twitch integration should be required to have an adjustable HUD, like locations in game. Like, let me move the locations of the HUD items. Like, do you want a tip? Because I keep seeing you drag things to fit. Right-click the source in your source list. Go to transform, and just click fit to screen. Or you can just click on the source and press Control F. There you go. Yeah, just Control F after clicking on them. Make your life a little easier. And I do recommend, because if you're going to be like jumping between these, especially if you do, like I said, make it a stream card or something, do that transition and make them all fade, just so they'll transition to the other one, or slide or whatever. Just put a transition on them.
I don't think
slide down would probably be the funniest one.
Then
you can just have like the background drop in.
All right. There's nothing here. Is that right?
I don't know. What scene are you on?
My recording scene. I think that's right. How often am I going to use the Doctor Strange Santorum? Do we like that as a repeating joke? That Lori just goes to Doctor Strange's house a couple times? Is that funny? Chat, I'm asking you, not Cameron.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't like Doctor Strange, so...
Oh, you don't like Doctor Strange? Are we like it's political?
I like the character in the comics. I just think Benedict Cumberbatch sucks.
Got him!
Fair.
Got him!
Benedict
He's
Cumberbatch.
the same actor in everything.
Mm-hmm.
And none of them are good.
Oh, I should... Oh, no, what did I just do? That's why we have undo button. Oh, I have copium here because I used it for a video, right? The Come On My Back stream. It was a comeback stream from TwitchCon. They're all the wrong camera, Cameron. I didn't start putting the right camera in.
I'm not sure which ones you've done and which ones you haven't. You were jumping between so many different sources at so many different speeds.
So fast. So many sources.
Is that background not a clean loop, or did you adjust the size?
It's not a clean loop. I felt
so
bad.
I actually usually cheat things like that. Assuming you have. So one of the ways you can cheat this is if you get that pattern that's just like two rows of the things going in the background, and then you get the gradient effect you've got going. You can make the gradient effect one image and have that static, and then you can add another image that is the pattern that you've got scrolling. And
I have
a scroll filter.
I have a .mov file. That's what I have. I got it done by an artist.
Do you have the graphics that exist on it?
I have.
Send that to me. Just send me that image. I will make it a clean loop for you. I'm also annoyed by that loop because the issue with the clean loop is that it's like jumping slightly to the side every time too. Like it's not going perfectly straight up and down, and I don't know why. So I'm sure you've got the logo thing as its own thing, so I'm not going to bother with that part, but... Oh, see, I can pretty much recreate most things in no time, so... I am very much the jack of all trades, master of none type thing, where like I can do a lot, I just can't do a lot really well. I can just do a lot of things decently. Which is fine for me. It's just hard to profit off of that. Like, it's very useful for my own things. It is not useful for other people's things.
Oh, I have a game no HUD. I didn't even know I had that. I guess that's... Oh, I think I made this for, Oh, no, wait. There's no model here. This was for High on Life.
Okay, gradient.
Do I have a story time? I don't have story time, so it should just be regular story time.
locking chat to its own thing, so you can place it where you need it in each. I don't know, it makes sense. It might be a little small there, but. The ideal way to do what you're doing would be to have the red background section as its own image with the chat bubble thing at the top, and then have that as a layer that you place in front of everything, and then your chat is in between those two layers, so that way your chat will scroll behind it without having to do a fade out or anything. Like if you just remove that red section as a separate one, and then right, yeah, which that's the thing. Like I see a lot of people will commission things or be given assets, and it's an oversight that a lot of people do. It's like, oh, they can just crop it. Like, dude, it's not cropping. Sorry, I do sell overlays at times, and that's one of those like pet peeve moments. Oh, it's cutting me out sometimes. Ah. You would want usually your mic capture, you would probably, if you're using it, typically you would probably want that in your webcam spot. So if they can see you, they can hear you. What? Because your chat's too far to the right.
Okay, guys, sorry. You can't hear me because I only have my mic on just chatting right now, so when I'm using these new scenes, my mic is not being captured by OBS. But I want to look at you guys look at the chat when I switch scenes for a second. Does it look off, or does it look good? Because I feel like it looks off from how I had it before, but let me know what you think.
Yeah, no, that. Let me switch it to my bigger monitor really quick. It's a little smaller, but I think that's fine. It actually looks cleaner.
Meaningless, useless junk. Not useless, just... You're not useless junk, Mr. Outdated. Oh, I just realized the music's probably cutting in and out too, right? That's probably annoying.
Yeah, you want your... Well, the music shouldn't be changed if that's on your desktop, but if you're not capturing desktop audio, then...
Yeah, not everyone is capturing desktop audio. I suppose that should also be in the VTuber, right?
I mean, that should just be caught by default in OBS. Like, you should... Like, that should just be your main... Like, in general, capturing desktop audio, but... Yeah, that should be there the whole time.
So now we remove this chat. And we add the scene with chat.
Trying to get the color right on the image adjustment.
Actually, all I need to do out here is add a VTuber and this scene is done, actually. Okay, this chat we also have to kill.
Oh, your stream on spot just decided, yeah, I'm gonna say everything at the same time.
I don't understand. It does that sometimes, just spams.
I do mine. Again, Mix It Up can do that, and you can tell them to timer all of them out and just do like one every 5 minutes. And just have them all in the same thing, because I think Stream Elements doesn't acknowledge the other ones. It's just like, eh. You want these every 5 minutes? I'll give you every 5 minutes. Like that doesn't...
Oh my god. Oh, those goals are all the way up there. Okay, sure. in theory, I guess I could put each individual goal in its own scene and then grab from that scene where I need the goals, but if we're gonna do that, we're gonna do that another day.
Yeah, that's whole thing because you got to pre-plan. Though honestly, if in your game scene or if in like your scene you're in now, the best spot for them is definitely in the bottom right because you have nothing there.
No, that's where I go.
Yeah, I mean, but you like in some of your scenes you're not there, so like that spot is a good spot for a lot of them most of the time. I think that's right.
Little Lori almost survived. Kill! Little Lori's gone, guys. Don't worry, guys. I took care of little Lori. Don't censor something with little Loris. No, I will put the, so my idea is I'm gonna put the little Loris. You're not gonna be able to hear me, but I'm gonna put the little Loris in one of the overlays so that whenever, yeah, in the overlay one. So wherever you guys put a little Lori, I can put a little Lori there and then it would be everywhere. Cards are disabled anyway? Oh, because I was doing ASMR yesterday. There you go, should be good. I was like, why isn't anyone playing any cards today?
Okay, so I'm going to send you 2 files. Should be good here. So if you go to the one that you want with the animated background, I guess, is going to be the main thing. But you are going to get 2 files as soon as my computer decides to stop lagging like hell. So, I need to redo the one, thinking about it. I slightly messed up.
No problem.
But the one is going to be the background image, is the top one, the gradient. I just forgot to take the pattern one and double it. Just remove that one. Height.
Now I can't find the little Loris.
Weren't they in your webcam layer?
Yeah, I think as I killed them all, I might have like deleted it on OBS or something.
Ah, good job.
I killed them without like putting another one in. There's got to be one in there. Hold on.
You got rid of all of them. I think super slow up and then quick down. So maybe even slower up.
Good morning, no.
Okay, that should be the correct pattern. Should. I didn't break it. I had to do math, so I'm not 100% if the math was right.
Not
where the problem
math.
comes in. Yeah, pretty
Not
much. That's
math.
The part. But so if you go to your background, oh, you've got exciting news apparently.
I have very exciting news to share with you. All right, do it. Do it. Share it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just doing this real quick. I didn't think this would take so long. I think it's nice, though. It's relaxing there. The rain made a little
I mean, you got 30
salad.
people here, so.
Little salamander. That's awesome. It's so cute.
Aw.
Real quick. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this real quick, guys. Real quick. Just gonna change my entire OBS real quick.
So go to your background one that you had the other one on that was looping weird. And then add that background image I sent you in place of the animated one. Sent you 2 images, download both. Okay, so you want to make the full background obviously as the full image. Like that one. Should be pretty straightforward. I don't know if I'm behind or not. Yeah, I was. Okay, and now add the other one as another image. And then you're going to go to filters. And then you're going to add scroll for that new image. Sorry, that new image you added, that one you're going to add a scroll filter. And then you're going to want to loop, make sure loop is checked. And then adjust the, once that's checked, it should, I think, cover your entire screen. I might be missing something there. Turn on some of the speed though, like just adjust the speed. So it's looping the pattern. Oh, you just need to create, basically you're gonna, this is where it gets kind of messy. You're gonna basically create the image in all of those, you're going to duplicate the source. Yeah, I can multiply this ahead of time if you'd rather I do that to make it a little easier on you. You should be able to just duplicate and then shift drag and it should lock to the next to the other one. No, so you should just be able to I guess you would want a duplicate or reference. It doesn't matter. Just do reference actually. Because reference is going to be the exact same information filters, all that. So just do reference. And I think that'll allow you to move them separately still. Yeah, so you'll just do this and keep locking them and see how they link together, and then you've got a pattern. And you can select more than, you could copy multiple at the same time. So if you shift select 3, copy and paste, you can do 3 then, and then 6, and just keep. Like, do 1 row across and then select all of them, basically. And I do recommend putting these into a group and then just shrinking the group down to make your life easier. And the color might not match perfectly because obviously our screens are different color settings. So obviously these feel a little dark, so you can do color correction on the group after you've got the group and adjust to whatever color you want. One more. And because they're a reference, you'll be able to adjust the scroll on all of them at the same time. If they were duplicates, you would not be able to adjust them all by the one filter. But yeah, so now you have full control. It's a clean loop. It's... Oh, you only grabbed 1. You only grabbed 1. Control Z. You can put it back. Well, because they're stacked. They're transparent and they're stacked. So you pulled 1 out of the stack, so... The reason they're darker is because they're doubled up. Like, you're missing the far right one. Yeah. Remember, Control Z does work. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you group them, copy the group, and then you can drag them out of the group and... Double cheeked up. No, that works, Sky. I think you're good. That works. You tried to copy the group and paste the group? Strange. I don't know what else to say beyond that. Like... Sometimes I've seen Control V not work, but if you right click it might. There it goes. Probably just some oversight in the coding for groups. The nice thing is because these are references, it's actually only loading it 1 time. It's not loading all these layers. I don't know why that one's misaligned, but... But yeah, it actually only counts as 1 instance, so... But yeah, and it's a static image too, so it's not even like loading a GIF, it's 1 single frame that is just being moved. Oh, that background that you had? Yeah, no, well, I mean, other than your VTuber. But that's a capture, so it's doing most of the processing outside of OBS, it's just relaying it. Yeah, my entire overlay is built out of WebMs, so... but I've made entire overlays that work out of one static image being animated at different scales, so... Yeah, because it's one image that I just had. This is what I was talking about, the math. If I had the math wrong, it wouldn't look clean. Like, that was my concern. If I had the math slightly off, they'd be, like, misspaced or something. But yeah, so it is a bit darker than the one you originally sent me, but we can adjust that after we get all of the pattern there. I think you've got more than enough now. So now if you open the filters on any one of them, doesn't matter which, and you can adjust the speed, they should all move. So, like, try changing the filter really quick. What did you do? Oh. It'll stabilize too, though, when it's running. I wouldn't worry too much about that, but obviously if it builds up, it'll everything. But if you go into the filters, two things. Try adjusting the speed. Like, I'd say slow it down a little bit, probably. Yeah. Filters for any of the pattern ones. You can pick whichever one you want. They should all change. And then, oh god. Add another filter. Add another filter, add a color correction. I hate that one. That one's making me motion sick. At the high speed. Well, it's like, you may not have noticed, but my entire overlay is animated too. It's just, it's very subtle. A general rule of mine with overlays is that they should never be stationary. Like, there should always be something moving, no matter what. So that way you don't think it's frozen. So, like, I have a slight shimmer effect across my entire overlay at all times. It's just changing the lighting just a little bit. But yeah, if you add a color correction filter to any of those, you can adjust the transparency of it. Yeah. There should be an alpha option. Just mess with the alpha slider. Yeah, there should be an alpha slider or transparency, either one. They're the same thing. Opacity. Okay, sorry. They went with the one that I didn't mention. Oh, they're all the same thing. So you can drag it down, you can drag it up, you can change. It's very much the less is more type situation. I actually liked it when it was a little bit less than that. I don't know if they can hear you. They're asking if you like the transparency. I think it should be a little bit lighter. Like a little more transparency, but... We definitely cannot hear. Yeah, I think that's good. It looks like wallpaper. Yes, because it's all wallpaper. And then you could always, if you wanted, you could take the entire group and you could make the group as a whole get color shifted. You have, like, complete power over those things now. You could make it green. I gotta wait for it to catch up. Oh! Ooh. Trippy. I like how you go, look at that, chat. They can't hear you, but look at that, chat. Oh, you just put... Yeah, that is an option. I believe you've broken things. Oh, God. I mean, essentially, it is the concept of a watermark. You just typically want it lighter than that. But, yeah. So, yeah, it's a nice, cleaner way to just get that, and that there's no video involved in that at all, so it is just that. Now theoretically I could have made that as an entire pattern and make one image for it, but I didn't feel like it. What's the problem? Yeah, lock your folders. Lock your folders, lock your frames, lock anything you don't need to move ever again. And then you won't accidentally move something and you go, oh no, what did I do? And then not find it. I had to go to a friend's stream the other day and I go, hey, you moved your overlay by like 1 pixel, I can see under it. Because it was just like, there's this just a line across the bottom of their stream that's showing everything behind it, like, hey, you nudged it. And they're like, oh no, how long has it been that way? I don't know. There you go, adding. The other one, no, it's going vertical and slightly to the right. Which is why it wasn't looping cleanly. That slightly to the right is what broke the loop. And I don't think they intentionally did that. I think they just misaligned it. But then you can also add the logo image on top of this. Yeah, see, look at the old one was a lot more transparent. Yeah. But yeah, you now have full control over that as a separate layer, so it makes it a little bit more versatile. Like it's almost like maybe like 10% almost for the like level of the other one. Yeah, it's really hard to use when they switch up terms all the time. It's like, is it alpha? No. Is it opacity? Yes. Is it transparency? The gradient I did is also a bit softer, so it's kind of a balancing act, figuring out where exactly you want it. But yeah, so you can just add your logo onto it as well, to get it back if you want that on it, or if you don't. Like, you now have that as a separate thing. Yeah, I usually put like an image like this, this layer, I would almost have as its own thing and have that behind everything, no matter what. So if something fails, if your gameplay disappears, it shows that behind it. If your background is missing, it'll show that behind it. Like, it'll just go to this one. If you just, Like if you were to set this as a background scene itself. No. Under everything, like behind literally everything you're capturing, have that also back there. Because that way, if something goes wrong, it's right there. It's its own, yeah. So you'll never have that black background. It'll always just go to that image. You could do that too. If this one's always going to be active either way, you can just pick one. But you want it to be in a spot where it is always active. Same as like the overlay one is always going to be active. You just want it behind everything. Just because that means no matter what, something crashes, it shows that. If like the game fails, it'll just default show that image behind it. It'll just always be there. So it's a good safety fallback.
Yeah.
Now they can hear you again. No, they can't. As you jump randomly between scenes.
I think we've cleared everything. I think we're good to start adding things back.
Yeah, probably.
All right, so start soon is good. Just chatting. What do we need? We need a background scene. We'll need our overlay.
Yep.
Put that in there. Someone message in the chat. Make sure the chat's working. No? Thank you. Why does the chat... Why isn't the chat just, like, still recording everything? Is because it's, like, it's not clicked on?
It was not loaded. Because it was not loaded. So if you go to the chat source...
Mm-hmm.
So go find the scene that has the chat source. Go to it, and then right-click on it. And there should be an option that says unload when not visible. That's probably checked. Or something along those lines. I don't remember the specific wording. Let me find it. So if you right-click on the alert or the chat box and go to properties, because it's a browser source, right? So scroll down. There is a spot that says shut down source when not visible. It is unchecked? That's strange. If it's unchecked, you should be fine. Is refresh browser when scene becomes active on?
No, neither of them are on.
I don't know why it was turning off then. It shouldn't be.
Weird. Alright, now we have our background scene. That we're gonna throw all the way to the bottom. Okay, dope. So we have VTuber, background, X overlay, we need alerts. Okay, let's put something in alerts.
It's no longer reading YouTube chat. Oh yeah, it is. There it goes. That's likely YouTube sending out the chat late, more than it actually being an issue. Because Google servers.
Whoa!
Like, they don't like anybody reading anything through theirs, which is why there's, like, no bots. There's like, no outside reading from a lot of things. Yeah, it means YouTube servers probably lagged out.
Okay, so I have, so I think if we see Shouting Lori, Thighs, and, Among Us, then everything is good on each scene. Except for ASMR...
What is Tiny supposed to be there?
Who's Tiny?
The Tiny Lori?
Yes. I think she's in overlays.
Okay, that was one that was not in your list.
This still has its... ASMR still has background. Oh, I don't think I finished. New overlay.
That's a very weird scene.
Why specifically?
Just because everything's zoomed in and there's a bit of your overlay in the lower left corner that's kind of poking in, and and some of the overlay is cut off. Like, there's just a lot that's cut off with the way you've got the overlay set up on it.
Yeah, I don't know why. Stream loop goals. I don't know why that's cut off. Oh.
Double stream loop goal.
Yeah, it should not be cut off. I'm a little confused on that one, actually, but that's okay. So here, we don't need a background. We're having our own backgrounds.
Oh.
Let's do...
But if you are doing Streamlit redeems if you end up doing Streamlit redeems for toggling backgrounds, then you'll probably want to have it affect this one. So ideally, what you'd probably want to do is put that background layer on anyway, but put it behind this. So just so that way, if you do opt to do it, it's already there. And you just need to remove the background you had there.
There. According to the lore, it's not going to affect the CPU anyway, so just pop it in there.
Yeah, because it's already loaded, so it's not gonna... Like, it's an already loaded bit, so it's...
Yeah.
Double Cameron!
Oh, that's too big.
Blah.
Way too big. There you go.
Keep going. Get rid of the little bit of your overlay in the lower left.
Oh shit! I didn't even see that.
Yep. The little tiny fluff from your... There you go.
Yeah, it looks good. Obviously,
there's a little spot at the very bottom on the right. I don't know what that is. Got a little pink...
we do?
Yep, just directly underneath the Streamloot skull, straight down by the tipped over stool. There's a bit of pink poking up over the...
Oh, that's a little Lori, that's fine. That's gonna go away.
Okay.
Chat, can you check the ASMR Streamloots? Are there little Loris there? Is the little Lori redeem card for the ASMR? I don't remember, because that could throw a little, issue in our plans.
I'm just looking at the whole wear headphones thing, and my brain is going, is that like a werewolf? And I'm just having my own little moment of somebody, like, every time the moon comes out, they tune into a pair of headphones.
Ooh.
It's like, this is the worst curse ever. They do include.
They do.
So your option there, you could also take that bit of, you could create a second overlay for the little Loris and then have that as its own collection, and then and have the overlay collection that's already accessing it access that new collection, and then you just place it in the one and then place it also in your ASMR one. Or just place them separately on those scenes.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
This is why I have like 9 overlay ones, because I have to organize certain ones around.
This one doesn't need, this one just needs alerts. This one also just needs
Are you
alerts.
using just the have you like adjusted any of your settings for your scene transitions, or is that just how OBS is now?
I set it to fade, that was it.
Okay. You can always change the timing of it to make it slower too, and then it looks fancy.
Oh, that's true, I do have it right here. Let's double the time. This also just needs alerts. Lori recording needs a Lori. It's not a filter I need. I need to transform it, right?
What are you transforming?
Myself.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, it's... I could leave some room on top. It's a lot of screen real estate.
Your ears are getting cropped, by the way. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, but that's on, VC face.
That's your, yeah.
I don't want alerts here, because this is just for private recording. Raid party needs alerts. Raid party has alerts. I think raid party's good. Yeah. Raid party's good. Sleeping needs everything. X alerts. Yeah, alerts. Right? Yeah. I should have alerts.
Dun, dun, dun. Lori is eepy.
She's very eepy, yeah.
Just eepy, not sleepy, not leapy, not seepy, just eepy.
Eepy. Lori is eepy. That's a meme, I think. Eepy.
Is it?
I think so. I don't know.
Eepy to me just sounds like jumpy.
Storytime should have alerts. I just have to remember to mute it so people can see. I mean,
It's Christmas.
I could take alerts off of Storytime.
Is the cup a hype cup or is it just a cup?
No, it's a cup. It's a cup I sell on Stream Elements.
You could make it a hype cup.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you don't know what a hype cup is?
No.
A hype cup is a Stream Elements feature that you can put whatever image you want for it, and basically when people subscribe, follow, drop bits, whatever, it'll actually drop something into the cup.
Oh, I have seen that before.
So it's what I have for my entire overlay, because you can completely customize it. I made mine my entire overlay, and it's why when people like follow or sub, you see the little like emote fall in from the sky and like roll across the bottom of my screen, because I created ramps based on my overlay, so they actually like lay on my overlay and roll around on it.
Okay. Ramps. Okay. I gotta check that out on your stream. Okay.
Yeah, it's different from person to person, but most people just have the default cup. But you could just basically take that graphic of the cup and make a front and back, so because you've got it at a slight angle, so you'd like delete the top half of that image where the curve where you can see the back, and just make that the background, and then you would just have stuff fall in between the layers of the cup.
Oh. Okay. Jesus Christ. Yeah. So you need 2 images.
Stream Elements doesn't have a lot of work either. It's just to kind of reply to what Shadow's saying. The Stream Elements one is quite basic. It's just it allows you to manually change the front and back image of it.
It's really
or
good.
if you want to do special things, you can do your own coordinates as well.
Okay.
Streamlabs doesn't allow you to customize it to that level.
My Shure microphone is on everything, but I don't think that should matter too much. Everything I need to talk.
Yeah, if it's on your webcam layer and your webcam's always on, then you're.
No, it's just on. It's on every scene.
That also works. The only thing that you may run into with doing that,
Mm-hmm.
instead of having it attached to one set source, is that when you are doing scene transitions, that if you have it set to crossfade on your audio, so make sure in your transition settings, there should be a set. Let me find it. I gotta make sure I do this right. In your transition settings, there is a spot that does audio fading.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that's on crossfade.
Okay. Well,
and not fade out to transition point, then fade in. Because I think by default it's on the fade out. Do you see it?
No, I can't click it for some reason.
Okay, so this would be the one in the scene transitions tab, not in studio mode, just to make sure.
Yeah.
So do you have the scene transitions tab?
I do, but I can't click the ...
You can't click the 3 dots next to the trash can?
Nope.
I wonder if that's because you're using the default, that it's just like no.
Okay, yeah, so I went to a non-default one. Properties.
So if you click those 3 dots, go to properties, you can see that there's a audio fade style.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to make sure that's on crossfade, because then it'll fade in between your two. It'll reduce one while increasing the other, which means if you have the audio source in all of them, it'll be fine. For me, I'm using it as its own thing, so I don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
But yeah, those scene transitions are going to be kind of weird. Yeah, I didn't realize Fade didn't have that. Fade might auto crossfade it, and Cut probably auto does it, so you might have been fine.
I don't think I've ever had a problem with my audio transitioning from one with the mic to another with the mic. I don't think so.
Then it's probably fine. It may just be weird for custom ones.
Okay.
I've just always had a custom one, so. But yeah, so your scenes. The only thing you need to adjust now is probably the alignment on your little, tickers, the marquees.
Oh, those, yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so as far as both of the links I sent you for the closed captions and the screensaver effect thing, they have instructions on how to install them. So.
Dope. I did install the Love Ends plugin, and that bricked my OBS, so that was fun.
Yeah, that was probably a version difference because OBS was probably on 28 and that was probably on 27 still.
Gotcha. And now OBS is on 29.
Yep, which means it might break again.
Beautiful. I'm not gonna do it. It's fine. My Twitch chat, they donate the money, the thing goes bzzz.
Yep.
Okay, so just check. Starting soon. Oh, actually, wait. Starting soon. Yeah, we should take off the starting soon needs an alert. So we gotta. I didn't touch starting soon. Take off all the alerts.
I like the oddly placed Streamloot's goal behind the text.
Why is that there? I'm so confused.
Because I believe it's attached to your left one. Your left goal, because I think that's in the same position it is for your.
I think I copied.
ASMR one.
I think I copied a reference. I think that's what I did, like an exact copy.
Yeah, if you do a reference, if you adjust one, it'll adjust the other.
Okay. So I'm just gonna copy and paste a duplicate and change it.
Yep.
had one.
You can just add the source specifically that is the thing into this one, because if this one's only going to be loaded, like this is just starting soon, you can pretty much make this whatever. It doesn't really matter if it's referencing the other ones, because these should unload when not highlighted in your settings.
Oh, it's
so you just basically.
So I can't move it. Okay.
Yeah, you could just make these their own thing entirely for your starting soon, because it's a starting soon thing. It's not.
Yeah.
So you've got a fun side effect with that source there, because you have black text because of your other overlays.
It's invisible. Yeah, it's all right. I don't care about it right now.
What you could theoretically do for that, if you wanted, though, just as a future thought, you could double up that layer and then create a background one that's directly behind it. Do color correction, make it pure white, and then stretch it slightly so it fits around it. Like, just make the one behind it just slightly bigger but flat white.
Yeah. Let me try that.
But yeah, the Streamloots goals are absolutely trashed.
So hold on. Oh, I can't paste the duplicate. Why can't I paste the duplicate?
I don't have an answer to that. Just manually do it, don't do Control V.
Don't do or do? Do
do. Don't do Control V, because sometimes Control V just doesn't work, so just right click in the sources and paste a new one. Try that way, if it'll let you.
Yeah, it says no paste duplicate.
Copy it again? Like right click on it, copy, and then...
Copy? Nope, can't paste duplicate it for some reason.
Can you just add the same thing again? Because you've got it there, so if you add, and then you can do browser as pre-existing and choose it in the list.
Yep.
And then you can just go to transform, copy, transform, paste it to get it in the same spot. So yeah, if you right click on your old one, do transform, copy, transform. And then right click on your new one, transform, paste, transform. It should line right back up.
Dope. So now it's exactly the same.
Yep. Now do right click on it, and actually I would recommend putting it in a group, because otherwise it might mess it up. So just put it in a group by itself. And then we're gonna add filters to the group, because otherwise I think it's gonna affect your other one. So you just wanna, we're gonna add a filter to the group, do color correction, and just make it pure white. Which might involve moving sliders all the way up or down, or they can be weird. Then you just basically up each color reading all the way up. Yep, there you go. And then you're going to want to move it behind the other one, which it's already kind of done it there. It's not the cleanest looking, but it's there. So now you can choose to scale the other one up slightly, which I recommend instead of manually typing it or dragging it. Do right click on the one that's all white, go to transform, and then transform properties, I believe it is, or edit properties.
Edit transform?
And then just manually, yeah, edit transform. And then it should give you a pop-up, and then you can add and decrease the numbers for its size. And that should allow you to move it without, so you can see you're kind of adjusting. You may need to move it like left a little bit, up a little bit, because obviously you're moving it around, but by making it bigger. But so like for every two you make it bigger in one direction, move it one the opposite direction, basically. Almost there, just move it up a little bit. You were going the... Oh, are you making it bigger still, or...?
These controls are a little hard to manage.
Yeah, because you're going number by number.
Okay, that looks good to me.
There you go. Yeah. Like, it's not perfect, but it's the best workaround. I have shaders installed on my OBS as a filter. That just allows me to add a glow. But this is the way without having that installed to do that.
Gotcha. I don't know why there's game capture in here. We do not need a game capture in starting soon.
Possibly to have the game's audio playing.
Alright. Now alerts are on starting soon. Alright, so. Starting soon is good. Just chatting is good. ASMR is good. We have alerts. We have overlay. General game is good. Be right back is good. Butterball is good. Butter news is good. Lori recording is good. Lori recording vert is good. Browser watching is not good.
Browser watching might be broken due to the new update, because it said that basically all of its capture sources broke. So you just have to reassign them.
Okay, yeah, no.
That was in the new OBS update.
Browser watching is what I call the scene, so that was
Yeah, but assuming that it's actually like a desktop capture is broke.
Oh
so.
no, I don't have the balls to do a desktop capture. It's just window.
Okay. Well, yeah, but that is a possible thing. So yeah, desktop captures, if you do have any of those set up for anything, they did break in the new update, so you would have to just reassign them.
Classic. I don't really need a background for browser watching, but it's fine. Raid party.
Well, it's good to have if you're changing a page or you don't want something shown really quick and you hide it from the capture, then you can have... I've actually got a failsafe button on my stream that when I press it on my stream deck, it blurs my entire screen and mutes the audio for everything except for me.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, well, it was useful when I did more VR chat stuff, because like, yeah, no problem,
God.
people. Yeah, so you just immediately mute everything, like, okay.
Panic button.
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
Alright. I think we're good. Now, the little Lori thing is the question. So my idea was, on the overlay, I do little Loris. So that it's there. But I have some things without the overlay. Yeah, I think little Loris might need their own thing.
Yeah, if you give them their own scene, and then you can adjust the scene's placement, or make it another scene and give that its own placement in each.
I'm trying to think. I have model effects.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say just make it its own overlay thing and just add it to each thing. Sometimes you build up extra ones. I have one that is, how was it I describe? I have it basically as overlays for other overlays. Like, it's just in its own spot. Like, it just... the other option with like mix it up, you could have it like when you do it, assuming you're doing like scene transition with like a stream deck or whatever, you could have it do a group. So when you say, hey, I'm switching to the scene, you could have it also disable one source and show another source. So if you could have both your little Lori in the overlay collection still, but you could have them in there twice, one for each scale you wanted, depending on which overlay. And then you go like, well, I'm going to my default overlay, I want to use this one. You could have it hide the other one and show the new one. And you could just have it swap those so they'd still be in one spot.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, what's the best way to do this? Just copy and then paste duplicate over and over again?
I mean, if you're just trying to place them all over, yeah.
Dope.
So a fun thing you can do with Mix It Up, you could have like all of them listed. Like you could have like 20 of them, have all of them listed in one thing. And you could say, make it a channel point redeem, and you could have it say like, turn this one, like you could actually create it, how do I put this? You could create it as a thing that would emit the pattern of the Lori, like emit the image on your overlay, and you could have it emit for like 5 minutes and then fade out or disappear however you want. And you could have a bunch of different positions set, and you could have it just pick one at random. So they could redeem like 50 channel points. One would pop up at a random spot that you've chosen, and then it would just disappear on its own after 5 minutes. And you could do it again wherever they want. And if you don't have, if you have like a 1 minute cooldown, you could have like 5 different ones on your screen that are all in different spots.
I actually kind of really like that idea that it pops on and pops off in 5 minutes. Although...
Yeah, you can just create little images that'll be on cooldowns. Like little stickers, basically. And you can have, in the ones you make pop up, you can have them pop up in any rotation you want. You could have them pop, like some of them come down from the ceiling, upside down, hanging off the top. You have a lot of versatility with what you can just do with them. Like for my partner stream, we have it set up so people can redeem zombie hands, and the zombie hand will reach up from the bottom of the screen when they redeem it. And it's super cheap, but when you sometimes get like hundreds of people doing it all at the same time, it just spams the bottom of the screen with hands.
That's awesome.
And there's like 100 different spots that can pop up. So, and they're like they're not even a second long for the animation, so it just goes through. And there's redeems that'll redeem 10 random spots at once that are more expensive, and it'll just drop through 10 hands really quick. So then you just get masses of zombie hands creeping up the screen. And they all just run through and disappear, run through, disappear, and that's all it is. Let me see if I can find the...
I might have to paste a reference. But paste... I'm trying to think.
So, link 1 is my my art Twitter, but I'm trying to find the hand preview.
Do I have to do the transition on every single one individually?
What? For if you're pasting duplicates, yes. If you're pasting references, no.
I pasted a reference and it didn't carry over the transition. Paste reference. Move it over here.
I could be wrong on it as well, and if that's the case.
I can copy.
Transitions are a bit annoying for doing special stuff with, but...
What's that face for, Skybird?
So if you look at, I sent you a link that has a video on it. You can see what I'm talking about the hands. But each one of those is a channel point redeem.
Wow.
And since her chat ranges from like 200 to over 1,000 people, it gets hilarious.
That's amazing. I really love that. I don't even know what I do. Like, fucking little lorries is the best thing I have. Oh my god, how about a cheering audience member?
I mean, yeah, you could do a MST3K type thing with somebody just cheering.
Yeah, like if everyone goes at the same time, it's literally like an audience cheering. Maybe like a little noise too.
And also, along these same lines though, you could also make it so somebody, just for instance, throws a tomato type situation. You could have, every time somebody redeems, it can throw a tomato and make a little noise. You have, like, you can do whatever you want, is the fun thing. You could have little confetti, you could have it make little hearts float up every time somebody did it, because that would probably fit thematically.
Aww.
Just make a little heart slide up and fade out. And you could make it like super cheap with no cooldown. Like you could do it for like 1 channel point and just let people spam it. Because who cares? If it doesn't make a sound and it's super subtle, the only thing you have to worry about is it popping up in your chat. Mix It Up has its own visual, because like in your chat it'll show that. Mix It Up has the ability to hide channel point redeems, so if you use that as your chat viewer, you won't be bothered by it. It's only the people in chat that are gonna see the somebody redeemed. Somebody redeemed this, somebody redeemed this, but if you're just flooding that, it's whatever, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna make the bottom little lorries first because they have to have the same transition. I'm trying to think. I don't think it matters paste reference paste duplicate. I don't know what I would want to do. Like I didn't even think of anything, but like the transition of it popping up I think is cool. But I don't know what else I would what else I would make. Okay, nothing. Paste reference. Paste reference.
Yeah, being able to randomize things is a lot. Like I have a whole bunch of quote-unquote motivational quotes from Handsome Jack. And there's I think like 40 of them from the game, and I got all the audio files, and people can do a motivation, and it's like this backhanded motivational thing that'll just occasionally be said when people redeem it.
Love it.
And it's just it's a completely random statement. Like one of them is like, shoot for the moon, and if you miss something stars stuff. Like that's all it is. Like that's thanks. Like, but they just randomly play those, and I have it do a little star animation kind of like the more you know star. I have that fly across during it, and it's just like those little things. But yeah, like that art feed is mostly just that like art link I sent to my Twitter is basically just random shit I've done with overlays. I have not updated it in a while.
Well, I'm gonna see it.
But like, I did like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. The loading screens in that game are super choppy and horrible because the game loads horribly. Mm-hmm. But I recreated the loading screen and I made it as a Streamloops card where they can play it, and it actually blocks out my screen with that effect for the 2 seconds it's up.
Oh my god.
So it's something that allows them to mess with me, but I also recreated the graphics and everything from the ground up just to make it like all work. Or I'm being stalked by the Fall Guys people. That one's fun. Don't know who it is, but I'm totally being followed by the devs, I swear.
Oh, okay, that's what you meant. I was like, what?
Yeah, so they keep rolling out new updates that are doing like minor graphical tweaks, but they're all like I recreate, because like I said, I like to recreate graphics. That's one of my big things. I recreated the victory animations and the eliminated animations from Fall Guys, so people can redeem them as soundboard things, and they'll do whatever. Well, I tweaked them in certain ways, like, okay, well, the finishing one is neat, but it needs something more than it just being there, and also it looks like all these are meant to be animated, and they're not. So I animated the parts that were broken. Like, parts that were like, this is broken, needs fix. I'm like, okay, let me fix this. And I posted the thing, and I tagged Fall Guys game, like, hey, I edited this, changed some things, think it looks really good, because like I added like a lens flare to it, and it's like super flashy now. Next update comes out on the game, and suddenly it's animated, and the lens flares there, all of them are animated now, and it's like,
wow.
Excuse me? Like,
they just copped your work.
Yeah. Well, it's like, I mean, they had to redo it to fit in the code of the game, but it's just funny because, like, I fixed your thing, and you're like, oh, yeah, no, we definitely should have done that.
What the fuck?
But I did, like, little changes to a whole bunch of little things, and then, like, they're adding them. It's like, how dare you? At least, like my tweet. I understand, though, it's kind of a legal thing. It's kind of like a legal thing where if they admit that they saw my thing, they would have to credit me, and then they would have to pay me, and because they're owned by Epic, it's more of a legal issue rather than if they were a private company where they could just go, hey,
yo, fuck
we'll
Epic
give you credit
Games
for this, whatever. But because it's Epic now, it's like, you got that in the wrong order, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to basically do this manually. Actually, copy pasting is not really working. That's annoying.
What's cool is you can make entire scenes do transitions like that too. So like if you wanted the entire scene to slide in, you could. I want to note, like I have a whole bunch of lights on the side of my screen that people can turn on and off with the cards.
Yes, I've seen them.
Those all have fade transitions. I did this manually on 218 lights. It's 218 different images of different lights. And I'm working on converting my entire overlay to 3D.
Your entire overlay to 3D. Oh my god, no. Why? No.
Yeah. It's gonna be 3D on, like, in a building, and then be able to move around the building, and the overlay is gonna move with it. But those lights are going to be moved as well. And I'm gonna make those lights be able to be turned on and off by cards that are just around the building. So, there's just a lot of shit that I gotta work on. This is what I mean about the jack of all trades, master of none thing. I can do a lot of shit.
Sounds like you're a master of them, I'm gonna be honest.
No, because none of them, I'm not fast at any of them. I think in order to be a master, you have to do things at a considerable speed.
I don't know about that.
I do projects at the rate of, like, fine artists back in, like, the 1600s. Like, yeah, it's impressive, but they only do, like, 12 in their lifetime.
That's hilarious.
I think that's the thing, like, people always go, like, with people, like, underpaying artists and shit, that's usually kind of the big thing. It's like, oh, but they do this in a week and they get this. It's like, because now it's more about speed and not like, wow, they did this. It's like the Mona Lisa was, like, a never-finished project for, like, 40 years. Like,
it's true, everything just moves so much faster now.
Yeah. And digital's a big part of that, which is cool and all, but just takes some of the neat away from, like, manually painting things. I have not picked up a brush in years. Well, yeah, it's been years, but, like...
What's up, more Blake?
Like, for a while, my one ex and her kids had lived with me for a while. So I had done, like, a whole mural on the one room. Like, did the whole wall and stuff. And it's like, it feels so weird to paint sometimes. Like, oh, I miss doing this.
Aw.
But now it's like, digital. Like, digital's easier and cleaner and cheaper.
It is.
There's an undo button in digital.
What is up, my friend, More Blank? We were just hanging out with, Cameron, who has just, like, blown open my understanding of OBS, so now things should run a lot smoother.
I'm just glad that I'll be able to hear your streams now.
Thank you.
But yeah, that is a really common misunderstanding with the mic settings, so... With the, like, actual, where the meter actually is.
Yeah.
Because no, I've streamed for like 10 years. And I only learned that like 2 years ago. Because I was like, why is my stream so quiet compared to everybody else? And it was just like, it's supposed to go up to here, right? And it's like, wait, what's this black... Wait a minute. But yeah, that little black bar in the mic thing is the least acknowledged thing. I feel like it needs to be like a little, like almost like a
Tutorial.
slider size thing. Like it needs to be.
Yeah.
It needs to go beyond the height of the bar, so people are more like, oh, I see what it is. It needs like focused on.
Cause yeah, I do it like Audacity and Premiere Pro and shit, and they just have bars. They don't have like a little black line. They just tell you where your shit is going.
Yeah, so the colors going beyond it is like the far ends of what you're doing. So like that includes like the little bit of reverb or the little bit of bass or the little bit of treble that's kind of going outside what you're really hearing.
Yeah.
It's like these are the extreme ends of what you're doing, and then this is where you're at. There's a setting in OBS, I think, to turn it to be more accurate, but it's like super GPU intensive.
Okay. Thank you, OBS.
So they don't use it because there's like, you don't want this typically. It's good when you're doing settings, but you don't really want it while you're actually recording.
I've decided I'm only going to do the bottom little lorries because I don't want to do this 4 times.
Don't blame you.
All little lorries will be ready by the subathon because that's when people spam a butt fuck of them anyway.
By the way, with your channel point things, do you have sounds going off when the channel points are redeemed?
No.
Or do you have to catch them in chat? So, because you've got things that can be overlooked that are fairly expensive, such as your, like your push-ups or things like that, you can add little sounds to those to make you look, like even if it's just like a little like pop noise or something, just something to make you hear it. You can add all that with Streamloops, or not Streamloops, with Mix It Up. The moment it detects like one of the redeems, you can just have it play a sound or do whatever. So you can immediately know like, oh, hey, something happened.
I might do it a little bit onto that.
It's just a good way to make sure you don't miss stuff or have to be reminded by your mods like, hey, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it tends to be useful.
I have on OBS I have like a browser source that's my notifications on Twitch.
Yeah. That's the thing. You can add into that same section though. You can add like, so I don't miss this.
Yeah.
I have been DM'd.
I definitely missed some little lorries. I don't know where they went. Little lorry annoying because I have to do this manually. They all have the exact same name, so I don't know what little lorry is what.
Well, that's why you should hide them after each one. So
Yeah.
once you know you've got it, hide it, add another one, show it, make sure it works, hide it.
That's what I was doing, and I still missed them a couple somehow. Little Lords of Escape Containment. What's up, honey? Welcome to stream. How you doing? I have to manually make each little lorry slide up and down, unfortunately.
That's a sentence. Sorry, I love when they go the wrong way.
You know what? That one's just gonna go I'm gonna keep that one. That one's just gonna go the wrong way. I like that. Just one little lorry that just goes to heaven.
It's just too bad that it doesn't go off the top of the screen.
Can I... Is there a way to do that?
To make it read the full screen?
Yeah, just make it ascend to heaven. The image source from...
Work on your other ones. I will go and try and figure out if this is a thing.
Okay, it's an image source right now. That's all it is.
I think it usually does the height of the image is all it's going to transition, so you would need like a full height image, I think, to do it the easy way, but I feel like there might be a way for it to not bother, so I'll check. Gotta reopen OBS. Which takes forever, because the more scenes you have...
I did all these guys. I just forgot to visible them. All right. Let's check all these little lorries to make sure they're good. Yeah, look good to me. Wow. Whew. Alright, all the bottom little lorries are done. Look at them go. Oh, I could also turn this... Oh, well now I have to add that actually to everything. Okay, where are we adding little lorries? ASMR needs little lorries. General game needs little lorries. Been okay? Alright, well that sounds good.
I think what you would need to do here, and this is kind of cheating the system, but put that one little lorry that you want to go up in a group.
Okay.
Now in that group, put an image that is like the full size of your screen. So put a background image in or whatever, just a static image, just put that there, and then we're gonna hide that static image that is also in the group.
Okay, so little lorry, making a new group, add group, goodest, little...
There might be another workaround, but this is the easiest one, I think. Maybe.
And now we also add another image. That's the whole length of the screen, right? Should it be one of my backgrounds?
That's what I would recommend. I'm going to try something, though, before we fully get there, but that's what I would recommend doing. I may have found a better fix, but I'm not 100%, and I want to check. That it can do this without cheating the system. There might be a way to do this that is recommended, shockingly. I just gotta... so then you'll hide that background image, because you don't need to see that background image.
Mm-hmm.
But let me really quick. So if I do edit transform... Okay, really quick before we try this, can you right click on the little lorry you want to get big, go to transform and do edit transform.
Transform, edit transform. Okay.
Okay, so there's bounding box type.
Yes, no bounds.
Can you do scale to width of bounds?
Okay, it got bigger.
Yeah, so what you need to do now, change the bounding box size height, make it like 2,000. Just make it massive. It doesn't exactly matter, but just go like 2,000. So you shouldn't see much of a change. Now, alignment in bounding box, make that bottom center.
The lorry got way bigger.
You did choose scale to width of bounds, right?
Scale to width of bounds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The bounding box size width, is that the same as the image size width above? So you've got position, rotation, size, the second number.
Right. The second number is 6680. The second number of the bounding box is 870.
So make that 6680 or whatever your size was. You need... Because I'm assuming I don't have X and Y mixed up. I don't think I do. Do I? I might have them backwards. I may have the 2 backwards. You may need 2,000 for the second number. That's on me.
I do?
I got X and Y switched. So in your bounding box size, switch those numbers.
Yeah, it looks right now.
Okay. So now do the alignment, you want center bottom or bottom center?
Yes.
For the alignment in bounding box. Okay, so put it where you want it and then hit close. You can probably delete the background ad you added.
Oh! It still doesn't work.
Oh, it's still doing it?
Yeah, it's still disappearing.
Oh. Okay, time to go back to the cheating the system. Okay, so I thought that would work. I'm sad it didn't. But so basically what we're gonna do is have that in a group with that background image.
Mm-hmm.
And do the show and hide transition on the group instead of the image.
Oh.
Now this might cut off the lower half of their body. I'm unsure. But you would just need to scale up the background image to be bigger, so that way it's all fit inside the scene, and then just drag the scene down a little bit.
Oh my god. Yeah, it works.
Yep, there you go. And I'd slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, you wanna...
Because you're covering a much further distance now, so...
Do the hide transition, right?
Yep. I gotta wait for it to catch up. Yep, there we go. I like slide too because there's like the instant, like there's an instant one, and then there's slide, which has a momentum gain, so it starts slow and it speeds up a little bit.
Yeah, it's cute.
Which is why I like slide, like because it actually has like some weight to it. But yeah. If you do the source itself, it won't work. You got to do the whole group.
All right, guys, this is the goodest little Lori. She just goes to heaven every time. Look at her go.
You need to change that image of that one to have like a halo.
Kind of like that.
What's funny is, like I said, with Mix It Up, if you automate that, you can have it spawn in like a holy light above when that one decides to fade out. So it spawns in like the holy light and then have it fade up.
Can you slap in Halo on a little Lori for me real quick? Or maybe some angel wings?
Yeah. Yep, just send me the image.
Oh my god, dude. This is content. This is content.
Little jokes like this are things that I like.
Yeah, and this will show up like, randomly when I feel like it. It's just like, oh, someone played a little Lori card. Oh, goodest little Lori's popping up.
So like my partner having the zombie hands, I have my little cow bears, but I put jetpacks on them, so when people use it, it just launches one up into space. Yeah.
The only Lori who isn't a sinner. Little Lori eating her Halo like a donut. Oh my god.
Yeah, Halo should be quick.
I really like they just pop up now. Just, whoop.
That is also probably the least used feature, I think, in OBS, is that, the transitions. So...
Alright, now technically, I might be... Actually, I think I'm actually going to be faster. So let's say look, we're gaming. We're playing a game, blah, blah, blah. Somebody's just like, oh, someone played a little Lori card. Okay. So now I have to hit studio mode. I go down to little Lori X. I click the direction I want the little Lori, and then I just press it. Boom! Little Lori. And then I just hit studio mode, and I'm back. I actually might be faster, because it's better than looking in the sources for a little Lori to click.
Yep. And like I said, you could use Mix It Up. It's like, do you have a Stream Deck or some software like that? So you could set a button to just be random little Lori, and you could tell it each one of those sources that you have, and you could have it randomly turn one on. and then wait, and then turn them all off, basically. So yeah, there's a lot of like weird little options you can do with that. My Photoshop is lagging so bad right now. Like, I don't know why.
Oh, I think I have to leave. Yeah, I have to leave soon.
It's all good.
What did I stream for? 3 hours? Yeah, short technical stream today, guys. Listen, we just gotta hang out. I'm sure.
3 hours. It's actually like 4 hours because you remember you had to restart.
That's right. Okay, so yeah, it's like a 5 hour. Yeah, it's a 5 hour stream.
I am struggling to get. Photoshop is hating me right now.
That's all right.
It's trying to harvest all my info for AI.
Lamau. It's actually like a really cool idea. Like if I write stories and I come up with little Lori variants, like the goodest little Lorian stories, I could literally just like Photoshop, make a quick one, and then pop it in here. I was wondering when you
lore.
Yeah, the Lori lore. Did I tell you about the thing I linked you this morning, or are we keeping it a secret? I did not tell them. We can keep it a secret. I'm good for either or. Me and Honey have something, cooking.
So there's that.
Ugh.
I would be so much faster at this if Photoshop would stop being so slow.
I'm gonna start getting dressed. 1984. I gotta get an emote like that. Should it just say 1984? I feel like society might be too big to write on emote. I think the year is an inside joke with the streamer, though. I don't think 1984 is an inside joke, chat.
Well, you could make it a follower-only one, though, if you're doing streamer-specific. Like, even if they're somewhat inside jokes or specific jokes to your community, just having it set to follower-only as a follower emote means that they can only... I mean, they can use it in other channels, but then it's more still kind of leaning towards just yours, you know?
Yeah, I gotcha. I actually didn't realize how many emote slots I had because of the subathons. Like, it gets the sub count real high.
Yeah, and you only got to do it once.
Yep.
Yeah, because my sub count actually isn't that high, but I've got everything unlocked, so...
Yep. That's all you need. So we hit partner, baby. Follower ones can't be...
Don't hit your partner, that's domestic violence.
Wait, what happened?
You said hit your partner, baby. And I said, don't hit your partner.
Until we hit That was good.
Rotate that a little bit. Alright, I think that's a decent halo.
Alright guys, Monday streams are now streams with Cameron where he tells me how to do things.
I didn't sign up for this.
You didn't have to.
There you go.
Every Monday. Oh, you can make it bigger than that. Make it float.
Nope, that's going there. It belongs there.
It
like,
does.
Visually, come on.
Where the fuck do I put...
I slid that around and rotated a bunch of times. That was like, it was like, eh.
Oh my god, you called it Hey Lori.
Yes, I did.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
I live for portmanteaus are my thing. Okay,
Oh my god, hey Lori.
Oh, Mr. Outdated, wouldn't you know? It is.
The halo a bit askew. Yeah, you guys will see it in a second. Hold on. So actually, I can kill this little Lori. Just get that out of there.
Just replace the image. Just grab the same one, replace the image. It's the same size and everything.
But wouldn't that replace the image of all the little Loris?
Were they references?
Yeah.
Oh, good job. You're gonna have to copy the transform before you do it, though. Otherwise, you're gonna lose the bounty box. So copy transform on that one.
Well, no, we're not using the bounding box. Remember, we're using the...
we're using the group one. Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
So add an image. Hey, Lori. She's got to be big so you can see the halo.
It's pretty clear, though.
There she goes. Why does she just pop out, though?
Well, you just need to slow in the show transition. I'd say a little slower on the up, personally. Yeah, there you go. Just have it like drift, basically.
I don't know why it's only just popping in and not like fading in.
Because is your show transition, are you doing it on the group or are you doing it on the...
I'm doing it on the group. High transition, slide.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, show transition stinger.
You were doing show transition on the actual image. You did the wrong. You want show transition on the group as well, not on the image.
There we go. Now pop up, go to heaven. Pop up, go to heaven. Did you say I have to go anywhere? Yeah, okay, so we're gonna, yeah, we want to raid somebody. Okay, so we're gonna end the stream here. Cam, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, yep. Thank you so much. Jesus Christ.
Reach out anytime.
It's incredible. Oh, we can raid Cotton. I'm never live while Cotton's live. Yeah, let's raid Cotton. Or we have a short stream, just raid Cotton. Alright guys, there's the raid
if you ever
message.
need anything, just reach out. So.
Of course, thank you. I can let you go so I can do the raid. Thank you so much. Thank you for our Hey Lori. Can we get a final shout out before we go to raid?
Gasp.
Gasp. Visit the sister? Yeah. What are you doing, step bro?
One of my quotes on my stream from Power Wash Simulator is, "What are you doing, step ladder?"
Step ladder.
Because the step ladder wouldn't stay still.
I'm honking around, I'm finding out.
Alright. Thank you. Have a good one.
Good night. Goodbye. Have a good one.
Yep, see ya.
Bye-bye. Okay. Good. What a nice fellow. Holy shit. Okay. I've copied this. Yeah, and we just raid. Okay.
Because they fucking gaslit me before. Oh, wait. Oh,
Have a good one, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for stream. It's gonna be a real stream. Patreon supporters, I will hopefully see you tonight. I don't know how long this birthday party's going for, but it should be good.
Okay. Shit. Can you play Firefly on the horn, please? Sure. You might not believe your eyes of 10 million fireflies.
Look at her.
As I fell asleep.
All right, everyone, copy the raid message. I'll put the raid message again. Copy the raid message. We're gonna raid Cottontail.
Oh shit, this is it.
Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Stop. 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 Oh my god. Is this the way to do it? Where are you? Come here, forehead. 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 He's right there. Come here, forehead. Hey, what is up, you guys? I gotta stop fucking reading my raids like I'm a fucking YouTuber from 2013. Hey, what is up, you guys? So today we're gonna be, surviving? Oh shit. Oh shit.